Hello, everyone! Can you hear me okay? Oh, goodness. I accidentally forgot I had my phone audio on. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Hold on, let me adjust the audio a little bit. Hope everyone is doing well. I have returned again. Welcome back, AJ and Mac. You're just in time. We are about to frame the war once again with our usual guests, Coma, Atlas Kettle, and Redactyl. Could not miss Monkey. Wait, did I not change the stream information from Monkey Direct? Oh, crap! I thought I had changed that last night. Crap. Hold on. No, we watched Monkey Direct yesterday, sadly. No, but that's already up. We watched Monkey Direct yesterday, and trust me, we will be yapping about it with the gang today, but no, I watched it yesterday. I put it on Twitch, and it's already uploaded to my YouTube archives as well, so you can check it out there as well. There's always one important thing I feel like I forget when I start streaming. This time it was stream info. But yes, welcome back to another Warframe stream. I decided for this first day, well, one, I haven't seen the gang in a while. It's been a while since we last played, so I wanted to do another collab. Thought it would be fun. We haven't played Warframe in a while. And two, as I've mentioned repeatedly this week, there will be no streams next week because I will be busy, so I did not want to start on our next big single-player game until I got back, because I didn't want to just do, here's part 1 of the new game! Alright, guys! Bye! So, we will be starting our new big game once I get back in town, so there we go. Stream info should be updated now. But I hope you guys will stick around. You will enjoy. I apologize if it is not Monkey, but I promise you it will still be fun. And there might be Monkey. I don't know if there's a Monkey boss in Warframe or not. We'll have to ask. My main weapon is attacking people with a giant stick. That's something a monkey could reasonably do. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the call with the gang.
That's not one of them. Clem is not a gay person on our computer.
Okay, I apologize.
Clem is not gay, don't worry. Clem is Clem.
Clem is Clem.
I just
He's representing, okay?
I always hear Atlas, and he always talks about the people.
I'm talking about the 1999 people.
Okay.
Yeah, 1999 people, those are the gay people, definitely.
Yes.
I apologize.
Thank you for the sound redeem, AJ and Mac.
Clem is a Grenier, he's friendly. He's okay, he doesn't even have a dick, I think. I think it fell off because of the genetic rot.
Real quick chat, does everything sound good on my end?
Damn, Goma.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Jim's chat.
Yeah, everything sounds great.
Hold on. No worries.
You, Zeph? I don't know. Is who you?
Jam, do you have a Grenier dick that rotted off from clone rot in your jar?
Can't say that I do.
God.
What?
What?
You doing well, Sweet?
Coma.
We'll find it one day.
You can't just say these things, man.
What? I'm admitted it. It's not like it's a secret anymore.
Fair enough.
I have to keep this secret for almost 12 years.
Fair enough.
Then Clem had to come out because people kept sending him fan mail saying, "Oh, I love you. I want some Clem."
I like how Koma's entire rant took up the duration of my scheduled ad break.
I mean, probably, but also, these are the gay people in my computer. Zephyr. Most gay person in my computer. Let me give him something.
They're all offline.
Anyways, how are you
Have
lads
nothing to
doing
say to
today?
you anymore. You helped them with their emotional problems, and now they have nothing to do with you.
Well, usually I hang out with Amir, so I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there is Amir, yeah. Does he hang around on your ship?
No. In the
Well, fuck.
the back rooms.
Here we go.
Well, fuck. He should join you on the ship. He would love this shit. He would love.
I'm still working on getting his Gemini.
Ooh, I have a 4-hour. Ooh, the daily tribute is a
he would
4-hour
meet
resource
for, like-
booster.
He would meet Ortis for like 12 seconds, and then it just splash, just sploosh.
We had. Jim, that's for the best. Yes, it is, Zephyr. It is.
Alright,
Okay.
so for my chat, much has happened since the last time I played. I actually, after how many hours in this game, I have beaten the tutorial.
You have beaten the tutorial. You did not post it. That's fine. It would have been content.
Oh.
That's fine.
Let a man rest.
As a result, I have, and also, we have a second frame. Meet,
yeah.
I forget what this guy is, hold on.
What do they do?
Valben.
Stick around, buddy.
Oh,
I've seen
Valbon.
OGs around.
Valbon.
Nice choice,
Actually, I think I was building a third Warframe last time I was here, so yeah. The tutorial finished, and it was very gross, because I found out that we are not some super cool faceless robot. We are a super cool faceless robot that's being piloted by this really gross pasty white kid.
You could have made him black. It's your choice. Being black is a choice nowadays.
Yeah, look at this idiot.
Is it though?
Ew! I liked our lore way better when we didn't have a voice.
I keep telling you. Look.
There's a reason the mask stays on at all times for this lad.
I will put on a tutorial for you, just for you, on how to make your potato actually presentable.
I am playing on this Nintendo Switch version, Coma. It's gonna look crusty no matter what you send me.
Oh,
What, you're not playing on the Nintendo Switch too? Come on, man.
so this is Evangelion. Exactly, Zephyr.
No, I'm not. I don't have the money for it yet, but yeah.
Let me tell you,
Aw.
it's like it's
There.
sort of like Overwatch in that they wanted to copy almost every fucking thing,
It really is.
Mm.
I agree.
and
with
then
this.
say,
I agree.
"Can we put this in the game?" And everyone was like, "Of course." That's a stupid question.
Yep. So since we've been playing, I've got a shiny new spear, a new Warframe. I learned how to do like the respec with like the. Hold on, not like the. There are two different respecs I've discovered. The one where that just doubles your mod capacity, and the one that basically just respecs you from the start, but everything costs less.
Forma is
Yeah.
the second one. The
Yeah,
first one
Forma where it
is
resets your
Oracle
level to
Catalyst.
zero, where it resets your levels to 0, but in exchange, all of the stuff
Yeah.
costs less.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been working with both of those, and I've almost got everything back up to level 30, just in time to possibly switch to a third Warframe I just built.
Oh hell yeah! Which frame is
that's
that
Zephyr,
actually?
Probably. I'm thinking Zephyr.
Did I have it built over? Oh, yeah. Did I? I think I did.
Did you do the haha funny and forget like I do always?
Oh, yeah, I think I got Excalibur.
Oh
Excalibur's
yes,
a bird?
Excal. Love it.
Okay, so I have Volt, Vobon, and Excalibur. What would be the best if I want to hit people with a giant stick?
Excal.
Okay.
He's got inbuilt stick.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I lose all of the current upgrades from Valbon so I can transfer them over to Excalibur?
You don't.
Oh, they
That's the
can.
best part.
You can also automatically mix and match them. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I would have to
Um,
unequip them from one before I could put them on the other, but
Yeah.
No,
it's great.
everything just can transmit. It's fine.
all right,
It
let's
just
go.
works.
It just works, but for real.
But for
All
real.
right, third Warframe unlocked. I had this one building over off stream, so I haven't played this game in like 2 weeks, but pretty much since I beat the
This one
tutorial, I
in
just
advance
stopped.
for this show.
You got through the tutorial and you just needed to take a minute.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I will quickly put my new Excalibur into the correct Shrek colors that I use for all of my stuff.
Oh yes, of course, of course.
I spec'd this one by accident for my first Warframe, and I've just gone with this color palette ever since.
You're just making me think of that one for Affinity person I found that I followed because their persona is basically Shrek.
Beautiful.
Persona!
Excellent choice, I guess.
Except it's female and she lives in an outhouse.
Fascinating adjacent thought pattern, but okay.
It's basically like Shrek.
Yeah, well, we'll
Is it
take
though?
the Shrek vibes. She just lives over there. It's fine.
She has the same ears.
Interesting choice, actually. But yeah, that does kind of mark Shrek specifically when it comes to art
Yeah.
design.
Think it's an ogre? No. It's a special ogre because it has the stupid snail ears.
Mm-hmm. The snail ears.
The conical...
Conical.
But I don't know what to call them. They look like trumpets. They look like tiny trumpets.
Yeah, trumpet ears.
Trumpet ears.
I do have Kome, but I might just feed her to Helminth, because I don't use her that much. She wasn't a pain in the ass to get.
She wasn't a pain in... I would wait until there's a chance for a Kome Prime.
Yeah, I'll keep the ones that don't have... I usually keep the ones that don't have Prime.
Also, I remind you all to keep doing your Nora's Nightwave shit because you can get Warframe slots from them.
Oh, yeah,
oh, that's what I always do is,
Yep. That's
Nora's.
good for you.
That and Nora's current Zaku skin that she has in there is kind of really cool.
Yeah. If you wish, I will offline maybe when I come back to this game, I will get some of you guys some Warframe slots so you don't have to throw away your shit.
I think you've already given me a ton.
I gave you a few.
Give them to the boys. I have, like, several just sitting around.
I'll give them to the other boys. Got it.
Yeah, give them to the boys. I have enough. For now.
I gotta give them to the other boys because one boy already has too many.
We gotta support the other boys. Alright. What are we doing? Where are we going?
I don't know.
Have y'all done anything with the syndicates?
I'm not sure.
I don't even know what the syndicates are, so probably not.
Hey, do you want to get hated by a bunch of
Okay.
weird political factions?
Oh.
Do I?
Well,
I'm not referring to, like, specifically Suda and the rest of the syndicates. I'm, like, going, Solaris, Cetus, those ones. Because
Oh, cool! I can already
Solaris-
double mod capacity for this.
Solaris has Vox Solaris that I'm trying to work towards. Or I've
Oh.
got Vox Solaris, but I know
Both,
that it's a pain in the ass to work too.
both New Loki and the Prime sequence hate me. They really,
That's
really
fine.
fucking hate me.
New Loka is easy to piss off.
Yeah.
Because they don't like anything that's not human, and
Yeah.
their definition of human has been kind of shrinking over the years.
Yeah, they're really, really specific. And then parent sequence
They're
is
like
capitalism.
they're like Cerberus, I think, from Mass Effect.
Fair.
Alright, I am ready to go wherever you guys want to go.
Alright, I guess I'm choosing today then.
Oh, did Zetkit Man get banned? Goodbye, Zetkit Man.
Yeah, Seri, we love
Ooh,
Seri.
thank you.
Give Seri a big kiss on the forehead for me. Love Seribot.
Oh, they still have some
Thank
more
you,
of
Saribot.
the stuff.
Um,
I like
let's
that
see.
one.
Do we want to do star chart clearing? Do we have anything specific that we want?
Ooh.
So right now I just need to level stuff.
I'm not sure. I'm down with whatever.
Okay, we could do... Let me think about it.
The night and into the dawn.
How hard is Thermia right now?
System on.
Well, you could run some
Yeah.
Thermia.
All of this
Who
free
have we
stuff,
got on the
though.
line?
Need all of it.
I don't
Oh
really
yeah.
want to,
I don't
though.
have a line.
We'll run.
That's all we have time for.
You could get this with us for $49.
What are you thinking? What are you doing?
No, I'm just looking at the store.
He's looking at the
Oh,
deal.
okay.
I love this game, but probably not enough
How
to
many...
put down.
Not for starter
$50.
packs, yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking.
Yeah, that's kind of my
So,
position. I like this game. I don't know if I'll ever like it enough to spend actual real-world money on it.
I have.
Which
I don't
is
doubt it.
fair, 'cause you play a lot
No
of this
comment.
game. So
Yeah, I know.
I think it's purely based on
I mean, one of the reasons I'm not playing Warframe is that I can increase the chances of getting deals on Platinum.
Oh, are we relic
Yeah.
grinding with this? Okay.
Yeah, I went. Might as well pick relic grind because defense has some good leveling. It drops good amount of
Yeah.
affinity.
Oh, like the defense where like they go for like the one thing and they go for like the weird crystal coffin thing and you gotta block it. I don't know any of them by their name.
depending.
Oh yeah, look at my new ship! Whee!
Oh look, you got the night wave.
Yes,
Oh,
I did.
yippee!
Oh, and I think Red has one.
no.
I think 3 of us have them.
The 3 of us have the night wave. Our
Which one is the blue?
internet friend here has
The blue
the
one's me.
mantis.
Who has the blue one?
The dark
me.
blue's red. I have the gold.
wait,
Ooh. Coma, you need to get with the group next time.
What am I doing?
Next time you play Warframe with us, we all gotta have Nightwave ships.
Okay.
Oh wait, are you not playing right now?
You need them to open a
Yeah.
door, but are you confident you can
Coma
No one
wanted
convinced
to...
me.
Yeah, Coma was not
No.
properly convinced, and I went, if you don't want to play, you don't have to.
And that's
Oh.
the worst thing to say to someone with depression. So,
Well, I still have you as the featuring, and I still have Let's Play Warframe featuring you, so...
I mean,
Just as a
he
heads
is
up,
here.
so...
more reactive?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
am
guess
here
that's
in
true.
spirit,
I have to.
which is what I am.
have
I
to
am a spirit.
do some
Well,
of the quality after this.
Oh my gosh, y'all are leveling up all of my kits so quickly right now. I didn't know I got level ups for y'all's hits. My new weapon's just already at
You're,
level
you know,
4 and we've been here half a
everybody-
second.
everybody has a sort of affinity aura, and if you share affinity auras, you get bonuses and shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, as long as you stay close to your team, you can usually get more affinity,
Okay. We're gonna
which
try to do
means
this before I get
more
to-
levels.
let's,
I have an affinity aura I can equip, but I need to level up my
let's hurry-
new
let's
frame
just
enough that I
go,
can fit it in the slot.
there you go. Okay. Yeah, well
What y'all doing?
I'm revving.
Yeah, fuck that anti-aliasing shit.
I didn't realize we'd have a lot of stuff going on screen. It's like I didn't realize it would have mapped on my graphics.
I love the sounds you're making.
I'm the one killing Red's graphics right now. I'm too strong.
Auto-tune.
Because I mean,
My
Is it
frame
just
rate just
more
always
laggy
goes
on
out
my,
of whack when I do Warframe.
we might change the PNG to this here in a second.
Well, you got that 3D motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he does have that 3D
Yeah.
body.
Yeah, that.
He's
But I
That
might have
kinda-
to. Because here's like the thing, I encode off of the GPU, and I use it for the GPU for the game, of course, and the GPU is being used for the 3D model.
yeah, you're using a lot of your GPU.
GPU betcha.
GPU betcha! I'm here to murder you with my spinning blades of light and danger. That was Coma. I have no doubt. He would.
What do you think would this mean? What do you mean? What do you mean the
Reinforcements
shortest mean?
available. Do you choose?
The
I can
shortest
go for another
meme-
run if you guys want.
Fighting?
Yeah.
I barely took damage that time.
Sure.
I'm Occam's
Um,
razor, shaving your legs smooth.
I don't know.
You're a
any
clever
of
girl.
Take that one.
Beautiful.
God, which one had the shortest lifespan? God, I don't know. Where do we go? That
We
one?
can continue without Wyatt if he wants to leave. He's full
Yeah,
at will
fuck
to do
Wyatt.
that.
Oh yeah, I forget we just have a random guy in here with us.
Oh, okay. The shortest time, the one that was popular for the least amount of time. God, I mean, that honestly could be like any of them. Like a lot of them last like a week. and then, you know, people forget about it, then it comes back in a year.
Jim?
I have to think about this.
Oh no,
Chickens-
did
Oh,
you
I
not have a relic?
no, I just accidentally didn't equip it correctly, so
Hey,
that's fine.
No gifts for you.
What meme had the shortest, like lifespan?
The one meme of like,
Anything
who's
that
the
comes
guy
from
who
TikTok,
was the
honestly.
guy who played the main security guard in the first FNAF movie? That actor's
Paul
name?
Blart.
Pedro Pascal?
No. What's his name?
Sean
He was
Bean?
he was also in Hunger Games. Josh something, I think. There was
Oh,
But
The
yeah,
guy who played
PETA, and he played the guy in FNAF movie.
yeah, he
had like a-
did. It's not
he had
big.
like a Hulu series for a while.
He was in a meme where like it was just a punchline of JPEG of him while Whistle Baby by Flo Rida played, and that was a meme that was everywhere right when the FNAF movie came out. That was a meme that was everywhere for like one day, and then it disappeared. You could not get away from that meme for that one day.
I think I was not awake that day, so I don't even know what you're talking
Like
about.
every other meme was that on like Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Every other meme, it was like dead. It was like lived and died in 12 hours. But my goodness, that was an insufferable 12 hours. I wish I remembered the actor's name. I'm gonna have to look it up after this.
Man, in my day, memes lasted a while.
Some of them still do. It just depends on the one.
Back in my day, we had this meme called seppuku.
Oh,
That's not a meme coma. That's just suicide.
Oh. I think we should bring it back.
no.
Suicide or
on the rise in my country.
Okay. Well, I just think more political leaders need to do it.
No.
No comment.
Okay.
Atlas, aren't you from America?
Yes.
Okay. I was just making sure you were talking about... I was like, my country. I was like thinking, oh, what country is Atlas from? And I was like, wait, no, wait. He's from my country. He's from my country.
I live here.
I'm from the mystical land of Chicago.
Yeah, he lives over there.
I'm so sorry. No, I'm kidding.
This man.
Of all the mystical lands nearby, I think it's probably one of the best ones. But
Fair enough.
that's not saying much.
I'm from
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
from the
low
South.
bar.
We've been trained from birth to dunk on Chicago.
Hey, it's not Ohio.
It's
That
not
it is.
Ohio.
Wow.
If you think about it, we're near Ohio, we're near Indiana. And honestly, the only thing Ohio has going for it is that it's used in Japanese. That's it.
I will say, if my father was still around, and this is the only time when I will be a little bit. If my father was still around, he would have hated that Ohio meme. Oh man.
I know lots
He's
of people
gonna haunt all
who
of you guys.
are like, why do you get so angry? Why do you keep making fun of Ohio? And they get so fucking mad over it. And I just like, because of you assholes.
That's kind of
And
what
it's
makes it
funnier
funny, is
that way.
seeing everybody's response to it. Half of what makes a meme interesting is how people respond to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it is internet response.
Like, if you remember when Ohio was the most popular, it was like when Jim Carrey, not Jim Carrey. Who the fuck was he? Drew Carey. When Drew Carey had the Drew Carey show in Ohio, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was making fun of it as well.
I do think we've permanently warped what, like, foreigners think of Ohio, because, like, now it's just some mystical cursed land to them, and then they're just gonna show up to it, it's like, that's it? It's just cornfields and abandoned factories? We're just gonna be like, yep.
Mystical cursed land.
A lot of foreigners are actually freaked out by America's size.
Oh yeah.
valid.
You hear
It's a
always the
huge
stories
list.
of like the people who are like, I was gonna take a day trip to Los Angeles and when I'm visiting like Portland or something. It's like that's a 12-hour drive.
Yeah, we look at them and we go, that's not possible.
I always try to, the very few times I've ever had to talk to a foreigner. I know that sounds like I'm reluctant to talk to them, it's just, but I swear, it's not,
Don't
but
worry, we all are.
I always say, if they're from Europe, like, think of every European country as the size of a US state, and think of the fact that there are 50 states. That's the best way to get it. Saying you can go from this place to this place is like saying I could take a day trip from London to Moscow. It's just not happening.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
And even then, there is no, where I live, because I live in Orlando, there is absolutely, I cannot go in any other state in the country for a day trip, because it takes like 3.5 to 4 hours just to get to the Georgia border.
Yeah.
But that's also because we have shitty public transportation.
Oh god, going through Georgia is terrible in terms of the highway. Oh, going through Atlanta is
Atlanta just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The fun thing is, I will be out of town. I will be driving through Atlanta on Sunday. I'm not looking.
Sunday.
I went to Atlanta like once or twice, and it's
Let
like
me heal him. Okay.
you'll like be on one street which will be really sunny and like people are walking down there and everything's great. Then you turn down the next street and it's just dark. The tall buildings are covering it. There's a dude with like a bottle of like scotch and a paper bag.
I mean, to be fair, that's a lot of big cities in America.
That was my first impression of a big city.
I live near Orlando. That's kind of what it is on like a street by street. You kind of have to go on a street by street basis.
Yeah, that is how I've experienced
going
Florida
to like the Atlanta airport
by proxy. It's just absolutely bonkers. Florida man is the namesake.
My problem with Atlanta is just the urban sprawl. Like you can the urban sprawl if you're going just one end of Atlanta through the others stretches like 75 or 80 miles now.
Oh yeah, have a sev. I gotta get another wisp part because I just like having extras. Extras are always good.
But,
okay, we'll leave for now.
The mart is not too bad as long as you don't talk to anyone, you don't look at anyone.
Yeah.
Other than that,
That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home.
I just don't leave my house.
Don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone, don't leave your house.
Yeah,
Human
I mean,
interaction, speed run!
My biggest advice: if you're going down to Atlanta, get an Uber. Don't do what I do and just walk down there and have random people like asking you for money.
Hmm.
That was the biggest mistake. I think we were going to like some kind of, and again, we were going to I think some Kanye West like concert. I was down there one day, and we went to the gas station, and we got these people asking us for money, and then we were kind of hiding on the gas station looking for like an exit.
You see I don't know if that would work on me because they go up to me and be like, "I need money," and I'd be like, "No crap, dude, me too." Small world.
Small world. Oh, I need to feed you. Hunger, come back.
It's like that one meme of like me helping the robbers look for any money in my house.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, I have so few of that. What the fuck?
It's like sometimes when
all that.
I'll go into my gym and sometimes I'll have a backpack so I can just change into clothes and back. And I'll just leave the backpack in a locker and not put a lock on it. And people will be like, "But what if someone tries to steal your backpack?" And it's like, so they have my sweaty gym clothes? That's literally the only thing in that backpack. Have fun. Keep it.
Not enough money for the washing machine at the dollar store.
Hmm. You
No,
have
that
washing
one didn't
machines
fly.
at your dollar store?
It said
What a steal!
Coin-operated ones.
background radiation is a riot.
So they're
we have a
coin
laundry
dollars.
place
They're
near it.
Sacagawea dollars.
No, but the funny thing...
Oh, I actually used to collect those as a child.
My parents used to have me collect like those pennies like in the machines that you would turn the crank and press them through.
Oh, the flattened ones, yeah. I have a few of those somewhere.
Oh, I should be messing with my settings.
Technically, it's a federal crime to destroy currency.
Well, technically, isn't the penny being like decommissioned officially or something? So
Yeah, I heard.
technically, it's not a crime no more.
Oh no, it'll still be a crime, I think.
Oh.
Maybe. We just don't know.
Well, I saw many national.
ones are
They
gonna
have
be made.
kids
Well,
do it.
Well, I recall doing the penny machine crushing machine at many national parks, so I don't know what that says.
The biggest issue is I don't know which one of these.
Well, I guess they can
actually
do it if they're
no
national
decals.
parks.
I
Bring
think
the
the
COLLAB.
decals are not something that is that intensive.
Alright. Let's do star chart clearing. Where are we in our star charts?
Here we go. Let's see if it's better.
Is the star chart just your main map?
That's just all the planets you have. What levels have you not completed?
I think I'm on Phobos.
You're on Phobos?
Yeah, I think so.
Phobos, brother to Deimos.
Yeah.
I have
In Hercules,
I have
they are known
100%
as
complete in
Canaan.
Mercury, Venus, and Mars.
But not Earth?
Yeah, why haven't I done Earth?
Edenia.
Why haven't you?
Oh yeah, the second assassination battle was giving me crap. I remember now. Vahek,
Vahek.
because it was nearly impossible to hit that rat bastard with a spear. Because he flies around so
we'll
much.
go with you.
Let's teach
This
us
one?
about. Let's teach him about.
Oro, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You've made the spaghetti. Excellent muffin.
I think I would find it more fun to do Earth as if it was, because I know like there's places like Everest and stuff, but I think it would be more fun if they just named it after cities. Like here's the Chicago fight.
It would be funny.
Here's the
But lore-wise,
Here's
it makes
the Kyoto fight. Just start getting weirdly specific with the names. Like here's Short Pump, Virginia. That is an actual city. Short Pump,
Oh, no
Virginia.
doubt.
It is a suburb of Richmond. I've been there.
It's like how there was a town called fucking
Oh.
in
Contracted you with a
fucking
mark.
Oh, Austria.
Find your mark. And
There's a similar one. There's a similar one in Pennsylvania. I think Intercourse is in Pennsylvania.
I think that's funnier.
Alright, Counselor Vahek, otherwise known as Patrick from
Vahek's
SpongeBob.
plans for complete
Oh, is it
That
voiced
man
by
I
the
want
same
to
guy?
chair.
dangerous. You
Is it
know
voiced
it.
by
No,
the
but
No,
it
he just
should-
looks like it.
He just sounds like it, yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard
name.
Patrick's voice actor and other stuff, other than that one meme everybody found of him, like the "I'll cut off your and nail it to my wall," like those rich fancy door knocker rich people got.
This might be a little bit disoriented because the cutscenes kept on.
Yeah.
It's like when you
Yeah.
find out Sandy Cheek's voice is like Ashley in the original Resident Evil 4.
Oh yeah, she was.
Atlas was so fast
You
that
are
when he
surrounded by
like I
grenades.
immediately got into the level and then like saw the cutscene really quick and was like,
Yeah, just shoot anything with lens flare in this in these boss battles. That's all you have to do.
Can I
Anything with
summon
bloom.
The boy can't summon the boy.
Vahek's plans for complete
Sad face.
system
No
domination
necromech for
make
me.
him too dangerous. You
It's
know what
fine.
to do.
It'd be so much better if I could have my arc gun. But no.
Well,
Elos says that he has 2 brain cells and they're both fighting for 3rd place.
Ah,
Maybe
yeah.
I'll
That
everywhere.
happens with Yui. Love her.
Hope you're doing well, Elos. One of the
Yeah.
OGs from the other community.
1, 2. I gotta remember to do his 1 and 3. There we go. There's our 10. Are you all the way back there, Jim?
Wait, did you guys already do it? Hold on, I got lost, apparently.
I've already kicked his ass twice. Are you okay?
he's
You're also way over leveled compared to me, to be fair.
all you have to do is just
My frame.
Crouch run.
My
Crouch.
weapons are lower level right now.
Oh.
They hex
Well, then I just flatly suck.
system domination.
No, no.
Well, I mean,
it's-
I have
it's
600
so
hours.
So all you have to do is just be there. That's
Oh,
all.
I found him.
Good.
Good.
Thumbs up
See,
sign.
you're doing better than I am right now.
Appreciate you, brother. Oh, let's see that.
But I am also, like, I've played this game so long that I have muscle memory. Of just, like, I know how to bullet jump without even thinking about it, and will
Luckily-
do so in other games to see what happens.
What's really bad is when I go back to playing, because I'm currently in my off time playing a Dynasty Warriors game, and the attack buttons for that on Switch controls are X and Y, and the ones here are A and B. So
That'll do it. I mean, you could scramble your keys in Warframe to...
Or
I think you
Dynasty
can
Warriors.
keybind. I think you can keybind on the Switch in settings. So
Oh yeah.
which is shocking for Nintendo. Like an accessibility feature? What?
I heard you. I heard you can't do that with those Switch 2 GameCube controllers. From what? That there's like a limitation.
Well, to be fair, those ones, the buttons are all different shapes and sizes. It might be more difficult in that respect.
Yeah.
Well, from what
Yeah.
I know about the Switch 2 is basically it's like the Switch 1, the graphics card is the same, it just has a different software
Well,
upgrade or
no,
something
no.
like that.
This is a mistake. It's a different graphics card.
Oh.
It's, like people.
Same company, different
People-
graphics card.
Yeah, and it's people like mistake like, oh, it's just like a little upgrade. Like, no, the Switch 2 can do 4K, 1080p, like
100,
on, like, the-
120
you know, on-
FPS.
on the undocked DSL. Like it does,
And I think it supports
has
ray
a higher
tracing.
resolution than a Steam Deck. It's
Yeah.
probably a little bit more powerful than.
Granted, I think there's a new Steam Deck coming out next year that's supposed to be better than that, but for now.
And that's like what kills me because I try to bite my like tongue when it comes to this stuff because people get so crazy about it. But, like they just they just under like Switch 2 is really good. It's more powerful than with Switch 4 Pro. Is it like
Okay.
more powerful?
They
than, like,
said
like,
they
PS5?
said
No.
it's
So,
they said it's a lot of analysts have said
I
it's
think
just
well,
under
and I
the
think
power
it's
level.
clipped.
It's just
for
under the
posterity.
power level of a PS4 Pro.
Misinformation avoided. I have learned more.
well, I mean, it's
You've learned more!
It has a lot. It has a lot of power.
Which honestly, technically speaking, you could argue if it's close to a PS4 Pro, it could be up to date, given that 90% of what comes out on a PS5 and Xbox Series S still comes out on the previous gen.
Keep in mind too.
Still doesn't have any games.
Keep in very
Xbox
mind this
doesn't have
too,
games.
right? The PS5, like not the Pro one, the original version, there's not many games that do 4K. Not natively.
Well, we don't need 4K, do we?
I mean, not really to me.
Not yet, because a lot of TVs we
The
have
only
aren't
time
even
I think
4K.
we've actually needed like high graphics was like Death Stranding 2 or something like that, when there's like, oh my god, are these people or not? I can't tell.
I feel like the average person can't really tell like 4K. I feel
Well-
like they think they can, but
Well, supposedly the average human being can only see in 30 FPS, and yet that doesn't stop some people from getting upset about it.
That's a misnomer. That's sort of the eyes don't work the same as computer chips. They don't. So they're not thinking the same way.
That's true.
We can tell the difference between 60 FPS and 30 FPS.
Oh, I can... 1 second.
It's just that you can trick the eyes into seeing things with like 24 frames per second or something like that in terms of for animations.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the FPS argument a lot more than some of like the graphics arguments and a lot of stuff. Although I will say, I am very bad about not noticing or caring about FPS in video games. I was playing a game once where the internet was so bad I was getting like 5 or 10 FPS, and I did not even notice until someone pointed it out to me.
Were you in Kokory Forest?
Possibly.
I feel like for me, FPS is important, but like I kind of dislike those type of people who are like, I'm not gonna play anything that's
Yeah.
like 60 FPS. I don't know. That's like a really hot take to.
Like, this game is in 30
games-
FPS, deal breaker. Like,
Like a lot, like 80% of the games, like from like past.
I mean, Bloodborne can only do 30 FPS.
Yeah, it
And
literally can only do 30.
it's always funny to see, like, I'm not playing this game, it's 30 FPS, and it's like, it's a simulator game. What do you need, like, 64? What do you need 64? Like, I get, like, 60 if it's like
I
a...
need 400 FPS for
I hate
Balatro.
those-
If it's...
I hate those like things on
It's
YouTube
Balatro.
that are like Super Mario Brothers 4K. I'm like 60 FPS. I'm like, you're not gonna get a better detail from those games at like 4K.
Get it if it's like a multiplayer game, like something where you need to be like a high-octane shooter or racer or something where you need to be like pixel perfect with stuff at like a high level, but like there's some stuff like, why do you need a high frame rate on that one?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain about getting a it's not that I'm against you guys getting a high frame rate for it, but I don't get why that's something worth getting upset about.
Yeah. Oh, Jam, did that complete your star chart for Oro?
No, because now I have to call, which is an excavation.
Oh no, I was asking if that node got completed. So yes, we're going to Tikal.
Yeah.
Tikal.
After Tikal, I should be done with Earth.
Excellent.
Welcome in.
Hello. Whoever's in Red's chat.
Sorry. It was very. I was trying to say someone's name and I couldn't say it.
Electolus
How
and
do you spell it?
Electronix.
Electolus. Extranix? Yeah, Extranix sounds right.
Electronix.
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 Like Electro, the complex.
I try to find like the proper phonetic sound to figure out a name. Cause I did go through the entire phonetic alphabet. I don't want to. There's a sound there, wa, but la, which is W without the lips moving.
Oh, Oh, that's right. I told you about the phonetic alphabet.
Yeah, I do this in my free time.
Conlangs for
Okay,
everybody.
I'll drink my water. Conlings are great. Thank
Are
you,
you
Al.
thinking of adding any what kind of funky sounds are you thinking of adding to your conlang? Or are you just simplifying it?
We are here to excavate long-buried artifacts crucial to our
For the
cause.
one I'm using,
Marking the
I
first
think
dig site.
for the one I'm working on currently uses phonetic sounds from both Korean and Japanese alphabets. But it won't have like a dedicated U sound, I think. Because most of those sounds fall under O. Or at least the sounds that I have.
God, that's making me think of Hebrew all over again, because there's one vowel notation for both O and U, and you're supposed to be able to know the difference between them, but when you're written, there is no difference.
Yeah.
Additional fuel cells will be used to restore
That
its shields.
that would be fucked. That's why I'd probably try to figure out a way to not have it do that.
Arabic as a written language has evolved far more.
Yeah. Arabic visually looks beautiful.
It
Arabic
does.
It does. Because it has final forms and it has initial forms. So
Yeah.
you can easily tell which word stops and begins.
Yeah.
I mean, the vowel thing is still fucked up, but
But we can accept that.
that's acceptable.
Oh, I forgot that I had stuff I could do. Doing it? Okay, so.
An artifact has been
Putting
located.
nodes down? There's a
Proceed
node.
to the dig site.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you've got nodes now.
I was working on a conlang, and then I realized that, wait a second, even though my idea was to get it as simplistic and easy to do as possible, a lot of languages don't like that. They hate other they're from cultures that hate other cultures.
Yeah.
So what they usually do
No, you
is
gotta
be
go this way.
unnecessarily complex
You
just
go there.
because.
No, I'm going
For
over
fun.
there.
Yeah, we can go to the next one.
This
For
is our
he's and
secret
ha-has.
language. You're not supposed to know. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's our language.
Hell, this is why Japanese has like 50 dialects that don't even sound alike at all.
Continue excavating.
But they're still supposedly the same language.
Yeah.
I mean, even English gets that way. With how, like,
does,
Oh, yeah.
but
well, like, if you go to different
These
parts of the
political
South, you get
reasons
different
for it.
Southern accents.
well,
And crap.
the two major Southern accents are based on class. There's the high class Southern,
Yeah, Al. I'm working on a
which sounds very
language for
closely
a video
to
game. In Annie's Beans server, I have art of the creatures in that world, and that's the language I'm working
But,
for.
like, even someone who grew up in the South, I can tell you, like, there's a difference between, like, how a poor Southerner from Alabama and Mississippi sounds, how one from South Carolina and North Carolina sounds, how someone from Virginia sounds. Virginia especially, goodness. I can barely understand people from Virginia sometimes, and I have relatives from there.
yeah.
Yeah, you have experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the major difference is there is high class and low class.
Yes, there is.
High class is much more enunciated, much slower.
Yeah.
Usually because they.
Well, I'm just a
Mississippi
simple
has
Mississippi
a certain
lawyer.
Right,
tell
right.
you
That's how you do
what.
it. If you watch Gone with the Wind, you'll realize. Wait a second, this sounds a lot like British.
We've done a
Yeah.
day.
I mean, people joke like, why do we use British for fancy accents? Because America back in the day had its own fancy accent. Like, if you ever watch like the Great Gatsby remake they did a couple years, 10 or 15 years back, you can hear it all the time in there.
I love
Americans have their own
my
posh
big-ass
accent
sucker
too.
That
Yeah.
takes up half the stream and is like all of these.
When you get an F, Tennessee Southern, Mississippi Southern, Texas Southern are vastly different, Al says. And I do
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's be
You have a
real,
different
You came
tinge.
to watch me like use.
It also helps that I watch
Something like
NASCAR, which has a bunch of Southern drivers, so you get to hear the differences
Oh, yeah, you
right
watch-
there.
That's fair. That's fair.
You get to hear all the differences right there. You get to directly compare them side by side.
And depending on some,
It's funny watching NASCAR in that sense because every single person is either from like the South or from California, and there's no in between.
I do love the variety in accents, though. How
Yeah.
some do just not have the F. Let's string without.
I have
my
no
Warcaster
idea
night. Yeah.
what I have no idea what my accent would be considered. Like, do people hear me and they're like, "Oh yeah, they're definitely from Orlando area. They're definitely from Central Florida. That's a Central Florida accent." Like, I don't know if I've never thought of myself as having an accent, but surely to someone I have an accent.
You do. Your U's are a little more. I don't know how to articulate
My
it.
U's.
The U sounds different for me, but I could be wrong.
Oh, Saribot says the ads arrive.
Oh, thank you, Sari. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
here
chat.
they are. I get what is this? Some sort of groceries?
You know
Groceries.
There's Capri Sun.
What I figured out the other day was that like
Oh,
if
it's
you-
Instacart.
okay, if there's like an ad going on, right, and you put your volume up to 1, and another ad plays, it will boost your audio again, even though it's at 1%. It's
Amazing.
very weird. It doesn't like it that you're changing the audio like during the ad.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean now. Jam sounds just slightly southern if you listen closely.
I do.
Yeah.
I guess it. Well, I have a bunch of relatives in rural North Carolina and Virginia. That's probably why. But I do have a bit of Southern. Like
also,
the fact, like not even like necessarily my accent, but the actual words that I use. Like I say y'all unironically all the time. Like.
Oh, well,
Like I'll
even
say it to
Illinois
my
would say
I'll
that.
say it to my friends who are like from
Oh,
Miami,
y'all
and it's
has
like,
kind of
"Hey, what are y'all
become
doing today?"
modern
And it's just
there.
like, "You're from the South, aren't you?"
You're,
Al, but I
around
only
the
know
American,
because I trained my
I-
accent out myself and I hear it.
Nice
Oh, okay,
accent.
yeah.
Nice.
Al has the input of he knows what it does sound like, but he also knows how he's changed it himself.
I will
I
say,
managed for like 1 semester.
Atlas, you're from like you're from like Mountain Time area, right?
Yeah.
I would not have guessed based on your voice, but then again, I don't know what like accents sound like in your region.
Oh, no worries, no worries. We
The
understand.
differences are not
I will attend
a
to my
lot.
husband's fault.
Mountain. There's some words that are very specifically, very clearly, oh, that's a little funky. I don't say it like that.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm being generic
No,
and
I have
saying
one.
mountain time because I don't know how much you want people to know where you are, so...
it's mountain time. That's a whole stretch of the world. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Like,
Yeah.
why can
I'm just not Canadian.
Yeah.
But,
Nepenthes is Canadian, but she's actually Central Time.
yeah, she lives over there. Probably.
There's a couple
I've
people...
got a map in my
There's a few people in the Beans who are Canadian, right? I think Blue...
Midwestern, Southern. I get that, I get that.
Is it Blue Canadian? Or am I misremembering
Maybe?
that?
Oh, hold
I
on.
thought
I think
someone...
Blue is...
I think
Do you
someone...
know that time frame, at least?
I think someone in our group is Canadian. I don't remember
Joker's
who.
Canadian.
Oh, Joker. That's who I'm thinking of.
Atlas sounds more Midwestern with Southern twang. Valid,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
I can hear a little bit of
I do
Midwest.
In
I do
the
live in a area.
in the chat, I will put in a map of this is a very generalized map of a lot of dialects in the U.S.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, I
note
want
to
that
self,
actually.
edit in this map at this point in the VOD later.
You'll notice
Actually, you saw that.
accents are a lot more diverse the more eastern you are, and as you go western, it kind of shrinks in terms of diversity.
Send me that link. It's not in my chat.
Oh, it's not in the group chat?
It's in the
Oh,
Discord
it's not in the
call.
group chat? It's in the Discord. I'm just blind. Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
That makes sense.
It makes sense.
Because Louisiana is very specific. The places with the smaller spaces are usually more big cities, big places that all kind of localize.
Yeah. There's also ones that are more isolated just because of the geography.
Yeah.
But you'll just notice a lot of the diversity shrinking that comes with as you get Western is mostly because as time goes on, there's more and more communication between people as technology progresses.
And a lot of Western states and cities are a lot more spread out.
Yeah, that too.
Literally had to train my accent a lot because I played Xbox Live as a kid and was a speaker with a southern accent. Yeah, that'll do it.
And a part of it is also
fair, man.
Midwestern and Upper Midwestern and Midland. This is because a lot of times during the early days of radio and television, they wanted newscasters to speak in a specific way so that everybody could understand them. And so this is where they came up with the voice from nowhere. So you'll have that in a lot of media when we're talking about television.
I mean, fair. You make a language, or at least tonal language, that is specified specifically with all the accents.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, the only thing I notice about my own voice, the non-existent transatlantic accent. Exactly.
Yeah. I also
The
think
only thing I
another
notice about
reason
my own voice is my nose.
I think another reason I don't really have too much of a specific accent one way or another is that Florida, especially my part of Florida, is just such a smorgasbord of different cultures and stuff.
Yeah,
That it just kind of all cancels
osmosis at all.
Because a bunch of people from all over the country moved down to Florida, so it's not like you have and you have even more people who move up like from the Caribbean and stuff who immigrate here, so there's not a lot of specific one way or the other.
You've got a lot of language mixing.
Florida's just a place where
cultural.
20 million Hispanics, rednecks, and old people from New York all decide to
coalesce.
Yeah, coalesce. That's the word I was looking for.
You're good. So the words are soup. What are we doing now? Solid silence for a second. Fun fact, German is really popular over there. Oh, fair. German is interesting.
My family
Alice.
once visited Alberta, Canada, my parents on their honeymoon, and they said there's like a surprisingly huge German-speaking population up there.
And where?
Like near Alberta, that area.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw something like that when I was watching Shorzy.
It's weird to see where people immigrate to. Like, apparently there's a bunch of Japanese people that have immigrated to Brazil over the years.
Brazil is basically one of the largest places with one of the largest Japanese immigrant communities, mostly because of the size. I would say Peru is actually a little bit bigger in terms of concentration, but that's just me. The Peruvian president right now, I believe, is of Japanese descent. This mostly came from the Gentleman's Agreement, which was like in 1905, talking about immigration to the U.S. and the allowance of the emperor to allow people to emigrate outside of Japan.
Fascinating.
I guess if we need...
Oh, yeah, that'll do it to you, Al. That'll do it to you.
I guess back to Warframe, I guess if we need
baby sheep.
Goal to work towards...
Everyone has an accent.
I still gotta unlock... I still gotta get to the Pluto Junction and unlock Pluto.
Oh, you're working towards Pluto?
Pluto Junction, I got that dog in me!
Yeah. Yeah!
True.
I had to interpret it for a second in my own head.
The newest Mickey Mouse cartoon literally made a joke about that.
They would.
Like where Mickey and Pluto were lost in space and Mickey was like, Pluto! Yes! I meant my dog Pluto. Oh.
I do like the... well, I don't know how new the Mickey Mouse cartoons are you're thinking
It's probably
of.
not very new, because it was coming on when I was like a teenager, so it was like mid-20s.
Okay, yeah, those ones I like.
So it was like mid-2010s.
I like the color scheme of those.
Yeah.
Oh, the quote-unquote newer ones with the kind of... I'd like to call it grimy animation style.
A little bit grimy, but it's not like Ren and Stimpy grimy.
Yeah, it's grimy, but also corporate.
Yeah, it has the corporate smoothness to it, but it's not too smooth.
It's like
it's got that vibe, but not always.
It's Steven Universe.
Almost. It was a lot more squash and
Steven
stretch
Universe
than that.
doesn't even really hit grimy though.
But I'm saying curviness.
Oh, you're talking. Okay, I get that. Pop 3. I have shields.
There was just... I remember that one joke from it, like, Mickey, but you're 3 hours early! Oh, you know, I'm just obsessed with you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the animation I'm thinking of.
Shit,
Or
like, I have a surprise!
Exactly, it's got that slime to it.
Yeah, it's got very
Like how
squash and
animation-
stretch.
Like a flapjack.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like Chowder. That's the animation it reminds me of, like Chowder and Flapjack and such.
Yeah.
See, those are the cartoons
Flapjack hits the more grimy, but Chowder is like the middlingly grimy, I'd
those
say.
are shows that like started showing up when I was like, me like senior high school, and I like always avoided them. Not actually.
My parents would not let me watch a lot of those shows because they thought they were stupid. Like I could not watch Adventure Time as a kid.
Adventure Time's
Flapjack.
I was already an adult by Adventure.
Might have been Flapjack. I mean, it seems fine. I don't understand it.
To be fair, I never really actively
thematically.
sought out Adventure Time. Regular Show and The Amazing World of Gumball were always way more interesting to me.
Flapjack, where the story, like part of the
Bubby, she was cute.
Like,
That's
one
about
of
it.
the characters kept on getting tased like 20 times over, and they kept on doing it. At one point, I was just like, this is kind of not I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, I wasn't like, I don't know. They tased the shit out of that character.
I don't know which episode that would have even been.
I think it may have Watch it or maybe Chowder. It's probably Chowder.
It might have been Chowder. They would have done it in Chowder.
I just know like they.
I don't trust the look of that sun.
Okay, doorway.
Don't get me wrong. Many of my childhood cartoons like had that kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
like
That
I think
texture.
like Courage had a lot of that, but like.
Oh, Courage has the
point where
deep
they're-
rhyme.
Not to the point where they would tase like, you know, Courage like 20 times over. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Chowder had no right being as funny as it is. It really didn't. They built that different and we don't know how. Jam, you good back there?
Man, I miss
think
me
I'm
some,
fine.
I miss me some
Okay,
Courage.
holler if you need help.
Did you see they're bringing back Amazing World of Gumball? I am so excited for that.
Are they?
As long
Yeah.
as it's still good, I'm okay with
It's the
it.
same team. They're not even treating it like it's a reboot. They're just saying like the new season.
Are they replacing Gumball's voice actor?
Yeah. But they've done that 3 times.
They did do that 3 separate times, that's true.
Well,
Oh,
apparently
Jam.
it's less that they brought it back and more like the 7th season was just in development hell for so long after during COVID.
Yeah. They just got development held. Fair enough. Sometimes that's just how it goes.
I like how just the show just kept progressively getting more unhinged as time went on.
Sometimes it's what you gotta do.
Hey, if you can make an adult joke every now and then, why not make several?
It was
And just
I was about
cram
to
them
say, it was not every now and then for Gumball. Holy moly. I'm glad I watched it when I could actually understand it. I didn't watch it until later in life, but I'm so glad I
Having fun
did.
in the elevator?
Yeah, I'm like spacing out. as
You're
much
fair,
as
you're
you
fair.
guys.
Loving an elevator, living up while I'm going down.
That one's a good one, yeah. Alright. Elevator! Oh, yes, James.
Dude.
I just made it. You ever want to subtly freak people out? Get into a crowded elevator and face the opposite direction. Like how everybody
Yeah.
just turns and immediately faces the door. Face the back wall. And just watch people's reactions.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Al. It's... Gumball is... Gumball.
It's special. Gumball's like the most realistic depiction of a sociopath I've ever seen in a children's cartoon.
Actually, most cartoon protagonists are kind of sociopaths, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
mostly because the behavior is kind of normal of younger.
well, the idea is impulse control, and lack of it is one of the classic signs of sociopathy.
Yeah, and most kids, it's why you can't diagnose a kid with sociopathy, because
Yeah, you have to
literally
wait
they
until
don't
they
have that
actually kill
impulse control
someone.
yet. You can't unless they murder someone.
Okay, better comparison then I guess. Gumball Watterson is like the child-friendly equivalent of like Eric Cartman or Peter Griffin.
Hey, yeah.
Valid.
Yeah, I guess.
He's not quite as
Yeah.
he's not quite as
Gumball just
evil,
has
but
even more insane going on than the balloon.
Oh, I
Uh,
forgot how to
Al.
count.
oh yeah, Alan.
I just, again, the disconnect for me is just, you know, the characters of that age, it just, like, when you watch them, at least to me, it just seems like Gumball, like, sometimes just doesn't care about, like, you just, like, everyone treats, like a lot of the characters treat each other like garbage. I don't know.
Yeah, that is kind of the charm.
Yeah.
Every person gets a swipe at each other in that show.
Yeah, the fact that everyone gets to yell at everyone is what makes it fair to me. And kids can be that cruel. Like, middle school for me is the worst period of my life.
Oh God.
Another job
I am,
well
including when my mom died, because I was
Oh,
more
oh.
consciously depressed at the time and had a more fully formed frontal lobe.
I was gonna reference Lord of the Flies and how they made us read it in middle school.
I never actually read Lord of the Flies.
Never
I got
have.
lucky.
I know how it ends because everybody
I like
I've ever
Tolkien,
read,
Gary.
who I've ever met who read the book complains about the ending, so I know how it ends.
I did have to read, what's it called?
Well, I mean, it was more of a, it was more, what was it? Satire, a critique of military schools and how they try to teach leadership to children, but doesn't actually work.
Yeah.
And it basically would, and if you threw them out and gave them no rules after that, they would basically break down in a fucking day.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I had to read a stupid old Swiss Family Robinson.
I had to read, what was it? We did read The Princess Bride. It was okay. The abridged version, of course.
Oh,
Not the original. The original is shit.
should have watched the movie.
We did watch the movie.
The movie was good.
Wait, so the
movie
Princess
takes the
Bride is
abridged
based
version and makes it the best it can be.
Wait, hold on. So the Princess Bride is based on an actual book? Oh.
There is an
So,
actual
like,
book.
So, like, the guy reading the book throughout the story isn't just a framing device. It's like he's probably reading from the actual book that was actually published. Okay.
The guy who wrote the abridged version had it read to him by his... probably in this similar scenario.
Okay, so it's...
And when he actually read it, he was like, this is shit. I'm writing it. Again.
Ordis wonders, why is he here?
Yeah,
Ordis
I do like it when authors can look at them and like, you know what? I don't like this printing. I'm gonna change everything.
I find, as someone who read a lot of
didn't even
old books and
originally
stuff
write it.
and who enjoys reading, some books hold up from old times and some books don't.
Mm-hmm.
Tom
there's
Sawyer
also
holds up surprisingly well, I will say.
Even with the words removed or not, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mm.
It helps that Mark Twain was really...
Because we're not able to.
It helps that Mark Twain was, like, big on, like, simplifying, like, the English language and stuff, so... As a result, some of his English has aged a little better. Some of it hasn't.
Some of it hasn't, but that's language. Language is an ever-evolving organism for as long as it's spoken.
Hold on, I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
go
he's gotta do
attempt...
his junction.
I'm attempting the Pluto junction right now.
He's got to do his junction.
He's gonna do his junction.
Coloring my weapon.
And then your final ones are Eris and Sedna. Oh yeah, you're gonna get War Within with Sedna.
Oh, it's an Excalibur Spectre! It's Excalibur versus Excalibur, I'm fighting myself!
Well, I'm gonna...
Oh gosh, I accidentally equipped a giant sword, how did I do that?
Magic.
I don't know.
Also, he killed me in one hit.
Oh, yep.
Quite...
You're probably playing as Excalibur and you hit your 4.
Yeah. Oh, you hit Exalted. Yeah, Exalted's great. Just stay back.
Yeah, because that sword can shoot laser beams.
That sword can
Oh, so I
swing.
killed myself
Swing
is what
razor
you're saying.
beams.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm close. Okay, I'm doing a lot of damage to him, but he's doing a lot of damage to me, so...
Yeah, you just gotta do your best. It's a war of attrition at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's better than the one... It took me forever to do Neptune Junction. That...
Oh yeah?
Just a damage sponge.
Who was Neptune Junction? Let's see here. Let me look at this up. Warframe. Come here. Come here, magical search engine. Warframe. Neptune.
Oh, we broke out the sword.
Go.
Run.
Oh, yeah, because it's Frost. A good Frost just tanks. He's an underrated frame, generally, but he can kick ass. At least in my experience. Sin playing Frost. Since it was... Shredder Bar who plays Frost? No, Luke does. Not the same person. I don't know! You know? Been watching Sin play too much Warframe.
Alright, patient. Thank goodness there's always these 4 random pillars at the sides of the wall in all of these maps.
Oh yeah, they're very nice, giving us those lovely pillars.
Just
Let's
sit there
see
and wait
here.
for your blue health shields to regenerate.
Oh yeah.
I know
My
they're
ghost
shields, but I always call them
on
blue
shield
health
regen.
and orange health, respectively.
Valid. Orange. Orange. Now I want an orange. We don't have oranges, but I should get some at some point.
Come to Florida, I can get you like 50 bajillion.
Beautiful. I'll arrive at Florida promptly. Magically teleports to Florida. Give me the Arcarius. Yeah, we'll level up Core. He's nearly there. I really don't want to level up Cora right now. Cora. Now I'm thinking about soup. So when I eat ramen for breakfast sometimes, because I do that sometimes, because I'm sane, it's like 80 degrees outside already. So no matter if the temperature in the house...
They say eating hot food if it's hot out is actually good for you or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's why you see...
Nice.
That's why people near the equator eat so many... That's why a lot of spicy foods originate from, like, warm places and such.
Well, it's also to help with the meat.
Yeah, it also helps keep
okay.
things from spoiling. Spices help keep food from spoiling.
Or at least it hides the bad flavor of bad meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I just beat Pluto.
Yippee!
So now we have all 9 planets as God intended. Yes, I don't agree with NASA in 2006.
Yes.
Pluto erasure.
Pluto
The thing is,
erasure.
I think I was the last generation that was taught Pluto was a planet.
Yeah.
Which technically it still is. It's just considered. They just reclassified planets in dwarf planets, and Pluto's a dwarf planet.
But now we're to lovely, lovely Pluto.
Yeah.
Of
course, then I was also the nerd kid who knew, actually, there are 10 planets now because they discovered one far over away from Pluto. Have you heard of Eris?
Aren't you, boy?
What was it called?
Eris.
Oh yeah, Eris. That's why Eris is on here.
Yeah. There's also technically Pluto's quote-unquote moon, Charon.
Yeah, which is almost the size of Pluto.
Charon.
Welcome, friends.
They kind of trade orbits every now and then.
They're roommates.
They don't know who's on top.
I'll never forgive them for removing Pluto as one of the official planets. They outdated the Schoolhouse Rock song, those jerks.
I mean, they also outdated Magic School Bus, so... But that was that episode where Arnold almost killed himself.
Arnold attempted suicide just to prove a point. Also, he survived the cold vacuum of space. People think he killed himself there. No, he lived.
Instantly. It was pretty good.
He lived. All he had after that was a cold. Bro survived the cold, dark vacuum of space in the first episode.
It gave me nightmares.
Did not boil or anything like that. It was just too cold.
Just like Victorian sapphic couples. No, they're just
his head didn't swell from like the pressure or anything.
Exactly. You get it.
Yeah. It's like when Lincoln was bedmates with this one guy for like years and years.
Yeah, exactly.
Except that probably was the case.
I need to go back and watch Magic School Bus again. There's so much out-of-pocket crap that I think I missed my...
Well, we'll just watch the salmon episode.
Yeah, when they... Oh, does anyone here know, besides me and Coma, know of the salmon episode?
I do. I didn't watch it specifically, but I know of it.
That unlocked weird things in me.
I'm sure it unlocked weird things in a lot of people who watched.
Oh, if we're doing mobile defense, I want to play Gauss. I want to go fast.
Ever since then, it has always been a dream of mine to travel up of waterfalls, fall in love, and then die.
Reasonable. Honestly,
2 of those things are possible.
A good goal.
Not the falling in love.
Who said that was one of the 2 things?
Who said that was one of the two things?
I was very careful not
Don't
to
know the two
specify
things.
which two things.
I mean, you could travel up a waterfall.
Like,
It is possible.
I just remember watching that episode as a kid
just
and be
a
like,
small
yay, look at
waterfall.
the salmon. Whoa, what? Whoa, they're getting misted on. That's funny. And then as an adult, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, as an adult,
They
you don't
showed
know.
us that on television.
I think that's the funny thing about old
This
old
is a
stuff.
mobile defense
I think-
station.
Chaos
I
behavior.
You must
I
deliver
think also
payloads
it was
and
because it
defend
was
the
trying to
network locations
normalize,
while I break into
you
the
know, a
network.
lot of stuff that
Be prepared for heavy
people
resistance.
weren't really talking up to their
I can't
kids
do
about,
this
but they
without
should
you.
have been talking to their kids
Oh
about.
yeah.
Because kids do get interested in that
Location
stuff.
reached.
Also, am I the one who's ever noticed that the art style in Magic School Bus and characters look almost one-to-one to
This will
Captain
take a
Planet?
We've got robots
I never watched
inbound.
Captain Planet.
I never saw Captain Planet either, but I've seen clips of it. It's like, oh my gosh, this looks almost
Planet
exact.
is-
Like, you could tell me these were like the kids like aged up to like high schoolers, and I would believe you.
I
It is
think
distressingly similar.
I think Magic School Bus had better animation quality.
Well, it came out. Well, Magic School Bus also came out like 5 or 6 years after Captain Planet did. So
Also, Captain Planet was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, and they were notorious for skipping its frames.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
They invented the reason they became like the dominant like cartoon
Uh-oh.
company in the 60s and 70s
Uh-oh.
was because they were the
Scott.
only people who made it cheap, who found like who were cheap enough to make it work on TV. That's why they were like the pioneers of
It's not
TV
that list.
animation.
This is why I set everything on fire.
It's like they were the ones who like I like some of like the techniques they do to save money, like to the point where I wish like a cartoon would bring them back for nostalgia. Like how whenever a character falls onto the ground, instead of like animating like them squashing and stretching or anything, they just shake the actual screen to simulate
I
the
do like
impact of hitting the ground.
Oh yeah.
I wish there was someone who would make a cartoon like that like homages to that era, because you don't see a lot of those.
Well, there's also what I think there's also distorted frames in animation
Yeah.
that people like saying, "Oh, look at this quality shit," and it's like, yeah, that is the quality actually. You're just focusing on a distortion frame, which is meant to
Yeah,
meant to
the-
accentuate how
The
things
sweat
move.
frames. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're meant to look like that.
I'm in
they're meant to look like that.
This will take a moment.
It's like how in Squash and Stretch, it's meant to stretch that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they say, oh, this looks so cursed when you pause it here. Yeah, because you're never supposed
Yeah,
to
it's
see
supposed to.
that image by itself. Interesting enough, from what I have seen, a lot of anime do not do stuff like that. That's one of the biggest
Anime
differences between
actually
Western
does do
animation
that
and
stuff.
animation.
If you look at Madoka Magica, they definitely look there. I mean, where do you think the whole Maguka meme came from?
Oh, I mean, some
the
does it,
Madoka.
but I mean more in the sense of I watched a video like explaining some of the differences, and like some of the differences, like anime tends to prioritize every single frame looking nice, whereas Western animation is more frames can
I'm gonna
look
tell you
like
that's a fucking joke.
frames can look like shit as long as the animation itself is more fluid looking. There's more movement in the animation. It's obviously not one-to-one, obviously, and especially in modern times, the lines have blurred more and more. But, like, it explains stuff like why anime tends to be in a lower frame rate and stuff like that, and why there tends to be a lot more, like weird in-between frames for Western cartoons, or at least more that are memed about. It's little stuff like that, like people point it, like... I'll have to show you the video. It was a video more on like why adult animation is so like has such a weird history in America of mostly being raunchy comedy and stuff. But it also broke down like the differences between why Japan doesn't do that, and some of it's like the history of the two.
All right, I'm putting in voice chat exactly why. I'm calling bullshit.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you're wrong or that there aren't exceptions to that that rule. And it's just
I'm also
something.
putting an instruction video for Jam because he's gonna need that for the next feature quest.
Oh, my operator fashion.
You're gonna need to rebuild your sculpture potato just because you will not be able to keep your head covered.
Oh. Ew.
Oh yeah, for war.
Still working on it.
Yeah,
Continue
war's
to
It's
been like
fine.
that.
It's fine. Once you realize what you're supposed to do,
stay
it'll be
focused.
fine.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
Yeah, you'll learn the mechanic, and it'll be
To be
fine.
fair, part of it's just I generally hate character creation in video games.
Valid.
Because I always feel like no matter what I do, my character always looks ugly. And I have no idea what to make it look like, because I never want to make the character look like me. Like me IRL.
I have
Even,
like a preset in my head
so I
of
usually
how I want them to look.
make it look like various cartoon characters. Like Monster Hunter, I just recreated Zuko from
I
Avatar.
like more simpler
Mission
like
complete.
character creations because I feel like I am that way where it's like Skyrim, Oblivion, and like all these other like even Skyrim and Oblivion, like it's just impossible to make like a decent character. It's really
The only time I ever enjoy creating custom characters really like that is Mii's. For like
That's 'cause Mii's
Nintendo
are
stuff.
hilarious.
But
yeah.
yeah, weirdly the limitations make it more fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you know, having like 3 body sizes. for
It's
the
like
design.
Cyberpunk 2077, you could adjust the genitals and it's like, why?
No. Let me put you there. I think that's a mod. The game doesn't let you create too much of these.
You
characters.
can do that in
Another job
Saints
well
Row.
executed.
Yeah, it's just
But
like,
Let's say
why?
that.
I believe
Oh,
that's a mod.
it's just like,
I don't think you.
it's
could
just like some of the stuff, like, why do I need to customize it all to make and half the time this crap is in like first person games or games where you're going to be wearing a ton of armor anyways, so it's like, I'm not even going to see this character 90% of the time. Why does
Either
it...
reset.
I would have loved to make my character more in Cyberpunk, but like they just don't let you do that. Like
Yeah, they don't really like it when you put your cyber in Cyberpunk, and I don't understand it. Why
Like, I
can't
don't-
it be a fucking box?
They
Why
don't
can't I be
really-
a fucking box with a text and accent, huh?
they don't even let you really adjust your body size. I think there's like one body type. And like for me, I like to be a little bit chubby. I like to be,
Fair enough.
you know, stuck in like.
I wanted to
one
make Carl
kind of
from
weight
Aqua
class.
Teen Hunger Force in Cyberpunk.
Hi, please. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
I please. Yeah, we should have the liberty to do what we want.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff. Like, I enjoy the character customization stuff in, like, Cult of the Lamb and such. Oh, that's easy for me,
You
because
mean
my
Carl
main,
from
because my
Aqua Teen
main
and
save...
Cult of the Lamb?
Yeah,
Your main
'cause-
save is Steven.
Yeah, although my main save is still all the turtles, so... I still go back to that save every now and then.
I love Steven's save.
Yeah. It's just... I've grown it to, like, there's
You're doing
60
well,
or
dude.
70 turtles, and they're all Stevens.
I love
Every time
Steven.
I have so many NPCs in my village, like, every time a new day starts, it, like, freezes and lags for, like, 5 seconds.
Aw. Fair enough,
Do you remember
Muffin.
the old war?
Your religious
Quincy.
commune is actually so popular, it is affecting the universe. You are truly gaining power through faith.
Yeah.
Eh.
Cult of the Lamb might
Um,
still be my favorite start to finish game I've played on stream.
So I may not sound like it,
Oh,
but I'm
it's
still
pretty great
hyping up with the air horn.
Ew. I think chat can hear you when you do the air horn. Do it again.
I know I can.
Yeah, chat can hear when you do the air horn.
Hell yes.
I'm pretty sure it can. And if chat can't, chat will tell me,
I like how
right?
Warf... I noticed this a couple times when we played Warframe. I like how half the time our sessions just turn into, like, just a podcast with Warframe in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, that's how
That's what I think
Warframe
about
actually
this.
works best.
Yeah. Genuinely, this is the best way. This is how I like to play Warframe. You sit,
I'm sorry.
talk about
Best
random
way
stuff.
to play Warframe is not to play Warframe.
you sit here and you talk about it while you play it.
Yeah.
Tenno,
Spy.
we're here to infiltrate data vaults.
Because the more
I
you
like how
think about it, the
compared
more
to-
you're gonna get burnt out.
I like how compared to
I'm going
you
to
and Red's Atlas and Red's outfits, I just look like I'm wearing spandex.
Oh, go Jay.
Like they're wearing these long
Alright,
flowing
with
outfits, and then just here I am in my tight bodysuit.
Hey, that's no problem for me.
Fair enough.
That's my jam.
Walkers are heading to your location.
That's my jam.
Listen, it was cute.
Which
Okay.
ones are you going to?
I'm to C. You're going to B.
Tenno,
Okay.
be on the lookout for increased
I'll be right there.
It
Good.
reminds me of Everyday Life with Monster Girls,
Excellent.
the anime, when they put Sue in a wetsuit because you can't put her in regular water or else she'll dissipate.
Is this another one of those weird medias you watch, Coma? Or that you know about?
This was Everyday Life. This is like one of the first Monster Girl animes out there.
Oh, okay.
This was like this is a guy who was named Kimihito. I forgot what the rest of his name was, but it didn't matter because they never actually called him by his name.
What'd they call him?
Well, one of them called him Honey, the other one called him Darling, the other one called him Boss, the other one called
That's
it like nobody usually mentions his name at
You're
for
nearing
like
the console.
I don't know 70
Trigger the alarms
chapters.
now, and they will
Say
start
my
destroying
name.
the data.
Francis. This wasn't a
Why did I
Deadpool
pick
reference.
Trinity?
Oh, fuck.
What was this?
Was it? Wasn't from the Deadpool movie?
Fun fact, I've never actually watched the Deadpool movies.
Holy shit, you should.
I want to. I just am a
Ah,
goofy
fuck.
goober.
I fucked mine up.
We will
That's
watch.
fine.
We will watch Deadpool one day.
Watch Deadpool one day. Oh, I need to get the up.
Everyone send bits to Atlas because we want them to afford Deadpool.
Deadpool. I've watched all three of them. They're pretty good.
Data destruction is imminent.
You know what I'm gonna say hi to him. Yeah, go say hi to Jim. Go into Jim's chat, Muffin.
How do I set off the alarms?
I gotta do that like puzzle by mouse because I constantly screw it up by doing it. So
Oh yeah, same.
it's just it's hard.
It's a pain in the ass. Ow. It's fine.
Well, I'm failing this data retrieval because I got killed when I was trying to solve the alarm.
Well, that's okay.
I got mine. We'll be fine.
I like how you only need to complete one of them to clear it.
Get to extraction.
Yeah, it's the kindest thing Warframe's done right now.
Nice.
When I think about
Like,
spy
I'm-
missions, the
Like,
kindest thing.
imagine a
Really-
job where you can only complete 33% of
good.
this, and your boss is like, "That's good enough. Take it take it easy, champ."
Coin man.
I mean,
Kill.
Sorry.
Kill.
damn you, Goblin Man.
I also
Stop turning invisible.
apologize. I haven't been saying much. I've been a little bit like.
You're fine.
dissociating
Red,
today.
you were literally just fine.
You don't have to apologize for it, Red. It's all right.
Yeah, you're just
It's
having
like
a
enough
brain
for
day.
three of you
where it's
anyway.
Like I'm like I feel like I'm here, but I'm not.
Like the overstimulated kind of dissociation.
Yeah, I'm making.
We are making a lot of noise.
And dude, that
that
happens
is
to me
bad.
all the
I'm
time.
I'm
so-
overstimulating you, Redactyl. I'm sorry.
It's not you guys. It's
The game on top of talking.
I don't know what it is. Like I don't know. Oh man, like it just happens sometimes. I just lose myself.
It can happen. Dissociation isn't fun. In some cases, it is something that does just mentally happen.
I
At least,
dissociate all the
from
time.
knowledge from my sister.
I can dissociate and resociate like in a stream like 2 or 3 times. And you can usually tell by the amount I'm talking in streams.
Most of the time,
Well executed.
if I go silent, I'm focused, or I'm having just an absolute horrible moment.
Yeah.
It's anywhere in between. Dissociation specifically, if I start to feel that, I usually start to feel anxiety. So I go, I need to stop stream.
I mean, for me, it's like right now, like like it's like I'm unfocused. Like
That-
I
that's
don't know what it is.
You're just
Yeah.
vibing.
The worst part
You're
is
just
when
vibing.
the worst part is when you're doing something like you're going to an event or something that you were looking forward to, and then you dissociate that you can't stop yourself from dissociating the entire time, and it's like, man.
I think
Hmm.
I think the best example that I have of like maybe the first time I dissociated a bit was like there were these two people that I wanted to collab with like so much, and we finally got to do it. And then when we were playing what was that one game where you're the cook and like you're it's like
Oh,
a warrior.
Overcooked. Yep, that
Yeah, it was like
I
Overcooked,
would.
and it was first time like I was collabing with someone I really wanted to collab with, and then when we were in the stream, I just like I was like there and I wasn't like I just kind of like was unfocused, and I was just like I don't know what's going on. Like it was
I can understand why that would happen with Overcooked specifically. That one is.
yeah.
Ooh.
But I think a big thing today is that it's not going to rain for the rest of the day, and
Mhm.
and it's like the first time it's not rained in a while, and I'm just out of it. It's
That's fair.
It's been a long like week.
Yeah, you're just
Eliminate
having
all
a
purpose
brain
threats.
time. Your brain's trying to relax from being probably just very vigilant when it comes
Yeah.
to the water pumps.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get anxious when I'm with 3 people. That's fair. It can be people on occasion. Even if you are friends with those people, sometimes being in a friendly atmosphere is just a bit bonkers for you mentally.
It can be always
that.
anxiety-inducing when when you're hanging out with a group of people and they're talking about something you know absolutely crap all about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that a little bit.
I feel like that when people talk about Warhammer, but they've talked about it around me for long enough that I do have enough information to, at the very least, engage.
I have so much knowledge of stuff I have never experienced with just from like cultural osmosis and stuff. I know so much crap about like Batman and Superman. I've never seen anything DC Comics related in my life. But I just know it from like memes or people talking about movies and like video
Well, one
essays
day
and stuff.
we'll
of,
pay
like,
enough money so we can get CBS to sponsor us watching the Batman television series starring Adam West. We'll do that.
Oh,
It's like
We'll do that.
it's like you know like a movie or something without even seeing it. I get that. It's like I've never seen this movie ever, but I've seen like enough of it for like really short clips.
We do
to
love
know
fiddling
what
with the guitar. The guitar gives us everything.
Stay focused.
That would actually be a fun stream of watching like public domain TV shows and movies.
Oh yeah, no, let me tell you, the Wayback Machine, if we want to do that, it has a lot of public domain stuff.
Thank
That
you.
would be
Thank you,
that was
Wayback
like the
Machine.
thing I wanted to do with a fleece, because like I would love to sit there and like him tell me about like all these cartoons that I've never heard of.
Yeah,
Well,
we could
if you
sit
guys-
and do,
Well, if you and a fleece ever do that, let me know. I might hop in there. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even think I'd stream it from my end. I think it would just be fun to watch.
It's,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Wayback Machine, I cannot like encourage enough, because that's, you know,
It makes me think of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
it's such a resource, and it's a very underused resource. It holds a lot of stuff.
Honestly, we should have more public access to old shit.
That
So
and internetarchive.org is fantastic.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
Quinman.
That's where I got
Right.
all my D&D books from, is Internet Archive, because a lot of the 5th edition books basic 5th edition books are on there.
Yep.
I highly recommend it
yeah.
to anybody who's like a casual fan of D&D and doesn't want to spend an arm and a leg. Okay, I am somehow stuck in this
You
room,
go
so
up to them and you press X. But we gotta kill the
Oh.
enemies nearby first.
Oh, okay. I thought I had to have something.
You do have
Well-
to have random coins, but now try.
Okay, let me see.
I don't think he can collect random coins yet,
Yeah.
I'll do it then.
because
I guess
he needs to
you're
do the
dead.
quest, and the Protea quest is a bitch sometimes.
What does he do?
It gives you
He just
Solaris
teleports out
standing.
once he's free. That's it.
Wow, what a waste of time.
It's a way to grind Solaris standing if you don't want to do quests.
Okay.
Which is great because holy shit, a lot of times you don't want to do Solaris standing.
Yeah.
Because
Which
I
I-
hate being on Venus, honestly.
The enemy
It's a
is-
terrible
I don't
planet.
mind it.
Done. Now
It
get
shouldn't
to
exist.
extract
We should have blown it up from the beginning. Why didn't we?
Yeah, it was originally acidic on fire.
Also, the pressure was insane.
I like how I'm
Exactly.
keeping track
Thank
of
you,
where you
Caleb.
guys are by just following the trail of like guts and debris.
Yeah.
I got separated from you guys, so that's just what I'm doing now.
Oh yeah, just do
Follow
your best.
I'm all for that. I'm all for... Actually, during the space race, while America was trying to think about Mars as the next planet to go after once the moon was done,
Yeah.
the Soviets were thinking of Venus because Venus at the time had the most Earth-like conditions because of the readings and all that from all.
Oh yeah. Before they
And
sent that satellite.
Until the moon landing, people thought the Soviets were going to win the space race because, well,
Oh, I also like how
we're
we.
doing a lot.
I also find it funny that when you look through history, so America claims they won the space race because they were first to get the man on the moon. But if you look through the 50s and early 60s, Soviets got first in like a bunch of other categories. It's like
Yeah.
clearly the space
They
race
got
is
the first
not.
man in space. They got the first rotation around the Earth.
They got the first
They got,
satellite in
The
space.
first rover on the moon.
Yeah. They got literally everything except the first man on the moon, but we got
And-
that, so we apparently win.
However, this is only because of public stuff. If the Soviets were forced to publicize all of their attempts, holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Trust me. There were a lot. They had, for what I've heard, they had a much higher fatality rate than we did.
Mm-hmm. Soviets won, hence why they're cosmonauts. Exactly. They get the bigger name. Thank you, Kahela. Exactly. I'm gonna pop it. Fine.
I just find it interesting
I'm sorry,
that
Jeff.
like nobody's been to the moon since like the early 70s. Like,
There we go.
Well, there's no reason to go there.
Yeah.
well, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing that there's no reason to go there. Like, seriously, there's nothing with space technology in the past 50 years that could warrant another person going there.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
mean,
we've got
Could
to
send a whole bunch of drones and shit maybe to do stuff, but
They
They
did
don't-
send one.
they did send one. But if you're talking about building shit,
wrong,
there's a
dude?
problem, and that is moon dust. Moon dust gets everywhere.
Oh yeah, moon
and
dust
it
is everywhere.
Moon dust is shit to technology.
I just figured it would eventually turn into like an Everest thing where people would try to go there to say they accomplished it. Not to that
Valid.
scale, obviously, but I figured that would.
But they went there.
I figure, like, even if there was no practical reason to go, people would still be just. American astronauts and cosmonauts would still be trying to go to the moon because, yeah!
Shit on the moon though.
Well, there's not
Because
crap
they
to do at the top of Everest either.
That's true.
Let's see.
Find the captive as soon as you can. We
Coolness
don't have much
does
time.
not necessarily mean
They're
practical
still
use.
there. No detection
Yeah.
of enemy sensors.
And everyone loves the recording transcript of floating poops while they were in their spacecraft.
Oh, and my teammate needs me.
Exactly. It's like traveling to Des Moines, Iowa. There's no reason to go there.
Exactly.
do.
This is why I hate road
You,
trips. This is
you
why
sound
I
like you
cannot
speak
stand
from
it.
experience there, Atlas.
No, this is Kahela from chat.
Oh, okay.
I've never been to
You sound like you speak from experience there, Caleb.
You are approaching the
It sounds like it.
Here, I need you guys'
If the
help real
wardens
quick.
detect you, they will surely
So you can hear me now, right?
execution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we heard you the entire time, man.
Bypass complete. You may proceed.
Why, do you having audio issues? We cannot hear you right now if you are talking
Okay.
right now.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have the mute button, so I'm not interrupting anyone when I talk to phone.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're fair.
I need to get like pushed to talk to work on OBS and stuff. I'm just always so scared to
you can
do
do it on,
any.
like,
Find our
Discord
prisoner in one
and
of these
stuff
cells.
with like keybinds. You can also do that with OBS too.
I'm just always so scared to touch sound settings because I always feel like I bork it up every time.
To the extraction point.
It's,
I'm more scared about making hotkeys and then forgetting what the hotkeys are.
That's why I always make my
A
hotkeys.
city that people have heard of but have no reason to go to.
That's why I always make
Valid.
my hotkeys
I
like
still
really
don't remember which
complicated.
button is my Ahegao button, so I'll just never know until I accidentally press it one day.
I don't mind not having hotkeys, to be honest with you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just put all the buttons
But
I need in a convenient spot.
like,
On my
I don't
monitor.
normally use hotkeys. The only time I use hotkeys is for Blender, and that's because you like it's so much.
That's Blender. You need them.
Yeah, you need them. Like even if you have a touchpad and stuff with that kind of stuff, you still need those hotkeys. So, I mean,
Oh,
it's hard
speaking
to
of
do it.
Blender, I might need Redactyl's help in picking out a clip from Monday's stream,
Okay, I got you.
because I put a bunch of farm animals in a blender for and I didn't know, and I can't
Oh.
find it. I
Oh,
can't
That sounds
find
like
it
the
among
start
the-
to an RT game or Jack's Film stream. I put a
You
bunch
know,
of farm animals into a blender in this
I
game.
used I did like video production in high school, like for 2 semesters. I know
Oh,
like,
yeah.
quite a bit about like.
But it's just
video
the
editing and
Twitch
stuff.
clipping system is so shit.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. They're trying to make it better, but it's you know.
At first I was able to isolate me laughing at a chicken for a good minute.
Twitch clips are only good if you're sharing them with other people in chat, Twitch
There's,
chat.
like-
Otherwise, they're
no,
useless.
There's like a really great thing that I don't do, but you can. You can in OBS. You can put different like audio on different tracks, and that's how some people get away with the copyright stuff. Is because they'll hide it in a different track that you can extract after the
Oh.
VOD.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like how I put different audios in different places.
Yeah, like you.
You
know,
should have
like, it's
direct
kinda like-
access to your 2 junctions. Check what you need from 'em.
The best like example is it's like like DVDs when they have like regular and then the commentary audio track that you can switch between. It's like that.
Yeah. I need to figure out if there's a way in OBS to save different audio channels as separate save files for VODs. That way it's easier to
Yeah.
edit.
That's what you can do that with that separate audio, I believe. If you I'll have to look it up more, but I'm sure if you do that in OBS and separate them by audio, like
Mhm.
mic
Because-
is audio 1 and then like games audio 2, I'm sure you can separate those.
Yeah, because all my VODs, like,
Mm.
obviously the game audio and my talking are put together, but if I could do it where I could remove the game audio, I could do, like, music for, like, funny bits and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like for me, I have in OBS I have all the audio separated on different channels for like the main like audio mixer, because the audio mixer in Windows it's not very great.
No.
Mhm.
I can't have all that in one audio channel for me personally, but
People wonder why our GPUs are smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to do the Eris and Sedna junction?
Oh yeah, I'm just check on which ones you need for that. I wanted
Um,
to ask.
I have to open, for Eris I need to open free Neo Void relics and complete 3 waves of defense at Stolfer on Lua in a single mission. Sedna, I need to do Rising Tide, the quest, so.
That's fine.
Uh,
We'll do some Eris stuff then.
Yeah. Eris, so I need to open free Neo Void relics.
How many
Uh,
Neo relics you got?
Let me check. And I also need
Check
to do a
that.
certain mission on Lua 3 times.
Yeah, let me look at that.
Lift, meso. I have 1 single Neo relic.
Well, it looks like we're doing Stolfler then.
Alright.
Let's see. To get to Stolfler. Have you cleared Lua?
Let me
Or
check.
what nodes do you have?
Let me check my Lua progress, shall we?
Oh god, spying on Lua is espionage missions on Lua are awful.
Oh yeah. Wait, which one?
The
are we on?
only
Grimaldi?
the only one it lets me go to is Grimaldi right now, so I guess Grimaldi it is.
Oh, okay. we'll do stuff for the next then, because I think that
Also,
one's
is
connected
Lua
to
the
all.
actual canon name of Earth's moon?
It is in this time.
Oh,
Because
okay.
this is set, like, in the far future.
Yeah, this has been like.
I didn't know if our moon has an actual name, or is it just called the moon?
No,
Lua does
English is
also
dumb.
mean moon. Lua is just a different
Yeah,
word
because
for
I didn't
moon
know
in
if, like,
different
we had
language.
just given our moon an unofficial name just so we don't have to keep
Luna
calling
is
it
the
the
unofficial
moon.
name.
I mean,
Yeah,
some
La
people
Luna.
give Earth an unofficial name like Terra or something, and no one
Yeah.
fucking cares.
Isn't
because
Earth just called Earth? Isn't that the official name? It's not like
Yes.
it's not like
No
we're
one
named.
fucking
It's not
cares.
like it's named Planet.
Must deliver payloads.
Yeah,
Defend
they
Moon
all
is
have-
named. There's a
Most of our
moon.
names for Earth
Be prepared for
are
heavy
the same
resistance.
in.
I can't do this without you.
It's not like it's a moon named.
You're still
It's
in
not
the
like it's a
clear.
planet
No
named
protection
Planet.
from
Like
enemy
there's a moon
sensors.
named Moon. But yeah, I've heard Terra because that's referenced in like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and stuff. That's what Earth is known as to apparently
I mean,
every
it's
other
also
alien race.
Warhammer and
A bunch of
other
Terra
other
is
media.
a common choice.
This will only get more difficult.
There's
Because terra firma.
Terminal, and
Yeah.
prepare for enemy
a lot
resistance.
of tabletop games will have different terms for their planet. That's basically like a different spelling or pronunciation of Earth.
Yeah, it's funny as
Terra
I've
as a
gotten more
whole,
into
Terra?
creative
Yeah, holy
writing,
ground.
writing and stories and stuff. It's just like, how do people come up with these names and stuff? And you just find out, oh, this really cool
Here's the
name's just
terminal.
like
Get
this
me
really
out.
cool name for like an
Ready to
enemy, a
defend.
villain or something. Oh, it's just like Peruvian for
I'm the
like
antenna.
bad guy or something. Like it's not that special of a name. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like the.
Like not everyone's
Yeah,
Tolkien and inventing an entire new language.
Yeah. I mean, just like for me, I feel bad when I feel like, you
This
know, you
isn't
see like the
working.
Elder Scrolls
It's
games
the
and I like,
sentience.
it
Take
gets
them
to a
out.
point where I just feel like people just making names that like just putting like random words together. And I just,
Tolkien invented an entire language, though.
He invented an entire language
his-
first and then built a story around it.
Yeah, man's built a whole ass thing.
Maybe do it.
Yeah, Luna.
That's
is
the-
Roman
that's the
goddess
most-
of the moon, and Terra is the Roman goddess of nature.
That's the
Makes
most
sense.
autism-coded
There's
thing
Maya,
ever.
which is
Like
a,
inventing
type-
writing a book just to justify the cool nerdy language you just invented.
That's it. They're all gone. We can resume.
Honestly,
mission.
valid. He invented 4 languages.
He invented 4 languages, but everyone was like, hey, look at this elvish thing, and then everyone was like, we don't care. It's like, okay, I'll make a book about it, then you'll fucking care.
To be fair, they also invented like the Na'vi language for Avatar.
Yeah,
No.
but
Still
no one
working
actually
on it.
cares about the Na'vi,
Continue to defend.
except weird people.
They put so
I do
much.
in theory.
I feel like the-
it in concept.
I feel like the Avatar series of movies put so much effort into stuff, but in all the wrong places.
I,
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of those things where it wants to be like a like Lord of the Rings, like Star Wars
They
thing.
could
It's
have
like-
put effort into the story, but they didn't.
I watched the second one in theaters because my friends and I were like, well, the first one was like one of the most successful ones of all time. Surely there's got to be something to this franchise. It's like, no.
I mean, visually it looks great, but
It was a 3-hour movie and it felt 3 hours longer than that.
Take Klingon and Valerian.
I mean, it
on
wasn't
Duolingo.
a. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. It was just like.
Real Caleb?
I
It was
mean,
just like,
you
why
say
am I-
You say successful when it took them 10 years to make a sequel. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, when you make $2.7
surprised.
billion on the first one, you don't need to rush to make the sequel. You can live off
That's
those
true.
royalty checks for a little bit.
Klingon is a special
I'm
language.
sorry, Caleb has been.
Also, I
playing
found
this
it funny that they visited the water place. It's like, are we just gonna go like Last Airbender Avatar? Or are we visiting Earth, Fire, and Air next?
No,
Terminals.
I guess you could argue the original Navi was Earth. What, Fire next?
I watched all of the Avatar stuff, yeah.
This will take a moment.
Get crushed.
Are you still salty at Shyamalana, Ding Dong?
Yeah, because he claimed that he watched the whole thing. I cast out.
Yeah,
There's no way.
if he did, he clearly hated it.
if he watched it all, him watching it all reminds me of that one meme of like me learning about as much about other cultures as possible so I can be more racist more accurately.
Yeah.
If he watched all of Avatar, then that's the method he used.
I will say, people get impressed if you're racist in a really accurate way.
Yeah.
Like that one King of the Hill joke where like Hank Hill's racist father, like when they're like their neighbor moves from like Laos in Southeast Asia and they keep saying, "Are you Chinese or Japanese?" And then like the really racist old man comes in and is like, "Nope. He's not Japanese." He just looks at him. "He's Laotian, ain't ya?" And the guy's just
We all look at him like,
bewildered.
huh?
And the dude's just bewildered.
Area completed. Move on.
Next area.
I made fun of a dude for being Filipino. He never even showed his picture, and he was like, "What the fuck? How did you know?"
Yeah.
It reminds me of a joke I saw from a Korean, like, "I'm from Texas, and there are only 3 races there, white, black, and Mexican." My Filipino friend got so mad because everybody in Texas calls her Korean. She was like, "I'm not Korean, I'm Filipino." And I was just like, how'd you get Korean? How did you get lucky enough to get called Korean?
Yeah. But yeah.
I'm lost at Walmart.
We're all lost at Walmart right now. It's okay. We just gotta kill things.
No, we're not, because it's 8 p.m. and all the Walmarts have closed.
Where's the electronics section?
I watched a video today on, like, why places close earlier.
Why do they close earlier, Jam?
A lot of it was just, like, dooming society stuff. Like, you could tell it was one of those types of channels. But the long and short of it was... COVID messed up everything, as it always does.
COVID messed up everything also because people realized, wait a second, the only people that come up during, that come here at like 3 a.m. are weirdos.
Yeah, and it's also, and it's not even like that it was just all weird. It was also a cycle where if you do less stuff open at night, that means the only people going out at night will be weirdos, and it's kind of a cycle from there. But it's also that the fact that just everybody went out. Everybody went out a lot less. Everybody went out a lot less in general after COVID, and if they were just going to go out during the day. And the only time, if they're going to go out, they're going to go out during the day. So like the easiest thing you can do as a company to save money is just to close at night.
Yeah. I miss Walmart at night because, like, you know, Walmart's like grass country for me. And it's like I used to walk down there when I was drunk.
You gotta visit Walmart at night, man. You don't want to visit it in the day where people can see you.
And like you're you're getting a little bit sober and you're just really hungry after drinking a lot. Like, you know, going to Walmart in the middle of the night to get some food was my go-to.
Exactly.
I've just
received
in
the middle of the night
is
the gas station. If I'm going anywhere.
I can't. Luckily, I live near the college, a college town.
Right.
I live fairly close to a college town, so
yeah, a lot of
Central
college
Florida.
towns will be more easily open at
yeah.
midnight
So lovely,
because
like places just open till like 3 in the morning there, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna be honest, I stay up late. I don't go out that much when I stay up late. Like, people are like, "Yeah, I stay up until 2 in the morning." Oh, you're hitting the town, right? Yeah, if that town is Pelican Town in Stardew Valley, then sure. I don't get how the Stardew Valley farmer isn't totally sleep deprived. Like, if you stay up as late as possible, it's 2 a.m. and then he wakes up at 6 a.m.
Oh god.
Bro is like tilling entire farms on 4 hours of sleep.
Our position has
Good
been
lord,
compromised.
he's gonna kill you
Defend
one
the
day.
cargo until reinforcements
Yeah.
arrive.
Well, sometimes I'll accidentally leave my game up and accidentally stay in bed for 7 days solid, so I feel like I make it up there. Also, what are these things that are surrounding me?
That's me doing magical cool stuff.
Okay.
Basically, those are tiny little elephant's feet. from Chernobyl.
Yeah.
I was gonna say RNA from like the human body that you extracted out of someone's genetics.
Hilarious? No. I am instead radioactive. Oh, we got a Sev. Hello,
That's
Sev.
right. I know about RNA instead of DNA. I'm just that cool.
You know
We took
about
DNA and split it in half. Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Let's go.
Let's go.
So I did want to ask Jam about what he thought of Donkey Kong.
Oh right, I was wondering when we were gonna
yeah.
segue. Yeah,
I
Donkey.
didn't want to interrupt anyone.
It looks very,
So-
very good.
So the big thing that I wanted to like reveal is so when they originally showed it, like they had the little partner guy, kind of like the Kathy, but he was a stone. I didn't honestly. I can't even lie to myself. I didn't even see that like coming in the second trailer. Because they showed a lot of the trailers, like even the first one, of like them in the different levels as the stone guy.
First of all, spoilers for the Donkey Kong Country Direct for anybody who is still watching. But
yeah, spoiler alerts. But I also think it was a cleverly placed like placeholder.
Unfortunately, I was semi spoiler that it was actually Kid Pauline. Because the Korean box art got leaked early, and she's on the box art.
Oh, no.
So
yeah, so I mean, that's and again, this is like how they hid the C button, right? Originally at the direct, and then like oh, it's a C. Like even though we all knew it was going to be a C.
Yeah.
Of all the things to hide.
Yeah, and it's like. The thing I wanted to like talk about is that like you know from the first direct they were in the different levels as the characters. Like it was like the levels they didn't show off on like.
So are you asking
the
if you think they went back and edited it to put in the Rock Guy, or if
I
Pauline
wonder.
as Rock Guy is actually going to show up more in the game?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because now it to me seems like that was a reveal that was much sooner than it actually
It could be possible we only see more of Pauline in cutscenes and stuff. Maybe she wears that to hide or something. Maybe the plot is like the Void Kongs are coming after her, so she has to be disguised.
I would say that if they didn't show a lot of the gameplay of like her just there.
You're ready to fall through the floor.
Gives me the impression that it was like a play on.
Can I just say it is extremely freaking jarring to have her fully voice acted?
Valid.
Yeah.
Cause all the other characters in the game, DK and all the other Kongs, talk exactly how you would expect them to in a Nintendo game, where they just go "Whoa!" and there's just subtitles at the bottom.
Right, it's like Mario.
Yeah, every single character does that except Pauline, who talks in full voice in the English language with no subtitles, side by side with the Kongs who are still doing the same gibberish, and it's just like, that does not sit right with me at I get her that she sings sometimes, like having the song she sings in the background be fully voiced. Yeah, sure, but just have her fully talk normally. That's just feels a little off to
It's
me.
a little odd.
That some characters are fully voiced and some still do the gib. That's
I
like
feel
if
like
all
it's
the
like
Animal Crossing characters still did their Isabel still did their and the villager is just like, why yes, I am having a good day, Isabel.
No, I mean, my thing is that you can tell from even Mario, stuff like Mario Odyssey and Zelda Breath of the Wild, they're slowly trying to get voice acting in the game.
I think they're getting more comfortable with it. I think I'm starting to wonder if Fire Emblem taking off helped with that, because Fire Emblem's always been the one series that has a lot of voice acting.
I think that's a bad idea simply because the existence of Toad.
Toad's already been fully voiced in Mario Sunshine. You can go back and listen to it.
Oh,
There's
really?
Iggy Pig like goop.
Yeah.
It's not. Actually, arguably, Toad has the best voice acting in that game. He's the least jarring character because he actually sounds like he does in the other game. Bowser sounds.
Juilliard.
Bowser sounds awful in Mario Sunshine. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Mario, how
yes,
dare you
Mario.
disturb my
Videos
family
basically
vacation?
But I guess my other thing, multiple things, but like the other thing that you know, Kid Pauline makes, like instantly just to me already like says that like there is no timeline. Like it doesn't make sense. It
Oh
really,
yeah,
like,
especially since Cranky
not-
Kong is also there. It's just like,
yeah,
cause,
it's just,
'cause, like you could have sold this maybe, cause like going back to the classic DK design, maybe this
Yeah,
is like
it
a
just doesn't make
prequel to like everything, and then
Yeah.
DK and Pauline had a falling out later. Maybe it was a big misunderstanding, or like maybe this is. Or maybe it would be Pauline's kid and like the new DK is doing a redemption arc
yeah,
or
that's
something,
fine,
but nope.
probably.
It's
Even
just,
then, doesn't make
I
sense.
think they're just straight up breaking the canon entirely.
Yeah,
Which,
it's just
honestly,
kind of
I'm not too upset about, because let's be real, Mario has never had a rich
yeah,
story.
You know, that was the thing I said on Twitter too. Like Mario's never really had like like all the games are separate from each other, mostly independent. You know, it's there's not a really running canon in the series about like
Extraction is
what
They don't even try to explain it with, like, timeline stuff like they do with Zelda.
Yeah,
They're just
no.
like, no, Mario's fought Bowser like the 50th time. This is just a normal thing. We'll play it straight again. I do wonder if this is...
Mario and Luigi peak voice actings where Mario just goes bubbly bubbly bubbly.
Yes, we're
no,
the
that's the
Italian
greatest,
giver.
that's-
I'm so glad they brought that back for the new Mario and Luigi game.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to talk about was like them kind of taking the Mario Wonder idea of an elephant and then just being like, fuck it, we'll just make Donkey Kong a zebra or like a.
Oh, I saw a comment that said DeviantArt servers are melting down as we speak.
They would.
I just don't understand. Like first with the zebra was like okay, you know, like no, like when it was like the bigger Kong, I was like okay, but then it was a zebra, and then it was like
An ostrich.
and I was just like
It's the
okay.
advantage of being a zebra.
You can run really fast and you can run across the surface of water.
Yeah. See,
I don't know-
they can do that.
Wait.
I assume they fear doing cheetah DK.
Hold on. I need to process something. When was
Nothing is
Jesus
as
a zebra?
egregious. I forgot about this. Nothing is as egregious as Mario Sunshine.
Probably at the
Bowser
time
Jr.'s
when, probably
Peach's
around the
mama,
same time
and
as when
Peach is
Jesus.
just like, I don't remember this, but it
Probably
must
around the same time
Like,
Jesus
who
was
should remember
Luigi in
getting
Super
Purple
Mario
Dragon
64 DS.
Exactly.
Oh, it is the
should
year of our
remember.
Luigi. Okay.
No, the year of
love
Luigi was
Luigi.
2013.
Okay.
About Luigi.
I'm not even kidding.
going on?
Nintendo celebrated that as a holiday in 2013.
You get to
Well-
Like,
play
the Wii U is
zebra.
torpedoing, but at least we have the year of Luigi, right, guys?
Yeah, you're Luigi.
I think the $70 is now justified because you could be a zebra and ostrich.
Honestly, though,
All the
content-wise, there's probably enough to justify 70.
But
It's one of those
Yeah.
things. The problem with Nintendo games isn't the fact that they're charging that much. It's the fact that you know they're going to charge that much regardless of the length of the game.
yeah.
Which,
Because,
you
like,
know,
I love Pikmin, but it's so hard to get people to buy Pikmin because a lot of the times the games are too short to justify $60.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to try to convince people to buy Pikmin 5 at $80.
I will say that the play devil advocate, like I do understand like the increase is like
Well,
you know,
Luigi's
not okay, but at the same time like Nintendo has a pretty good track record. Like they're not like Bethesda or like you know like Bungie.
At the
They
very
never
least-
really made a game that was complete shit. You know.
If nothing else, well, with the possible exception of Pokemon, if nothing
No, I
else,
know
at
that.
least when you buy...
Pokemon DLC, yeah. That's
At least when
bullshit.
you buy a Nintendo game, bare minimum, the game is at least finished. Like
The game
it-
is finished.
like
Nintendo.
largely glitch and bug free. Like it is a complete package.
Yeah.
You're not beta testing it for the devs.
You can't put like the stuff they did for like the Pokemon game for Game Freak like on Nintendo.
I think Nintendo, from what I have seen, I think Nintendo is just as upset with Scarlet and Violet's launch as the rest of us were.
Yeah, they're having a hard time, you know. Like
Scarlet
I-
and Violet
I
launch
noticed
was still
right
better than
after
Sword
that-
and Shield.
I noticed right after that game they stopped
it was better
talking
than
about
Sword Shield.
prioritizing the 3-year development cycle. I'm starting to wonder if Nintendo like begged Game Freak to slow down.
But I don't know. I'm still on the opinion that like, I mean, I don't like the fame anyone, but like at the same time, it's just like you know, like it is a big price hike, and I do agree it's bad. But at the same time, like you know, the majority has shown they don't care. I mean, you could say that you're not gonna pay $80.
The best
majority
you
will pay
can
$80
do is just you decide whether or not you're willing to pay that
Yeah.
much. And if you don't want to, more power to you.
Yeah, no, totally. You know, it's
Yeah,
plenty of games
Arceus
out
Scarlet
there.
Violet came out back to back to back.
I just hate like the complaining like that, especially when like Fallout, like let's say Fallout 4 came out, like people are still willing to pay down $60 for that game and like 20 like $40 more dollars for the DLC. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, it's
That
like,
is me.
Arceus was a different team, so they have that excuse.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Arceus
different
is
teams.
actually good.
I need to get
The
Arceus
price
sometime.
is the Wii Nintendo has said they
Arceus
don't
has
want
been the
to
most
compete with the other
appealing
consoles because
Pokemon
they're
game to me solely
Uh.
because it's only one game. Because my OCD would not let me buy a Pokemon game if I couldn't own both versions. Because it would be like, I couldn't own just Red, you know? It would drive me insane.
Yeah. Get crushed! Walls be upon ye.
But
no.
back to
the
Donkey Kong,
game looked,
though.
it looked great. It
looks really.
Put a lot into it.
Somebody basically took the Bowser. I saw someone point this out. It's basically the Bowser level at the end of Mario Odyssey, like where you possess Bowser and you run
yeah.
around smashing things. It's just like
Extraction is ready. Unless you can
the
handle
logic
more
is,
damage.
what if we turned that into we built an entire game around that? But it's just like you could tell it's the same team that did Mario Odyssey. Very
Yeah.
much. Like, there's so much, like, the store of the clothing, the special gems in each world.
I really want to see, because I don't know if they answered this question. So you can, like, destroy, like, the, you know, places of the map, right? Like, is it possible to destroy the entire map? Like since you
I
can, like,
assume there is going to be, like, a Minecraft Bedrock situation where if you get far enough down, they'll stop. And from what they said, you can upgrade to get through stronger stuff faster. I'm going to be guessing you will be gated over time by some materials that are too hard for DK to punch through. And over time, as the game progresses, you gain the ability to punch through those things, and you can go back to old worlds and discover new stuff with that. That feels like a very Nintendo progression thing to do.
I mean, it seems really great, and I can't wait to see other people play it. 'cause
That
I
might
don't
be
have
what
money
finally
to-
gets me to buy a Switch, but Switch 2, because I still have yet to get it.
I think it's a fun idea, but I also think it's like the game itself might be like, because like it you know, it's all like these small little demo things that they've held to let people play it, but like when like the majority actually like get the game, they are really gonna break that game. Like there's no way.
Especially the fact that you can take some materials and attach it. Like, you can build like in Minecraft too. You don't just dig down. That is going... People are going to do insane crap with that. It's going to be like Tears of the Kingdom when everybody just started building and breaking the physics
God,
engine.
I miss that. I miss when you could do the most stupid shit and then post it on YouTube, and then you could. Man, those videos were the best.
There's still a subreddit
removed them all.
There's still a subreddit called r/Hyrule Engineering that posts stuff like that all the time for Tears of the Kingdom.
But I miss this one YouTuber. It was a Japanese fellow, and he put together all these wonderful, wonderful scenes of just bullshit happening in Zelda, and it was great. But
Good night, sheep.
Good night, sheep. Thanks for being here, man.
Good night,
but
sheep.
fucking Nintendo decided to be Nintendo and said Nintendo.
You have a nice night, buddy.
Nintendo is so weird where they'll let videos be on YouTube, and then every like 2 or 3 years they'll just do a random purge of one fandom's entire video lineup and then just go away.
Well,
And then they'll leave them alone for 3 years, and then they'll hit another group.
Traditional styled.
I will
originally.
defend Nintendo, the dev team, front, back, left, right, and sideways. I will be more hesitant to defend Nintendo, the executive corporation.
Valid. Devs
Well,
in general.
the legal rules in Japan about copyright stuff is weird. It's weird.
It's more specific.
Oh, yeah.
It's different.
A lot of stuff is too. There's a lot less copyright law that's pro-consumer in Japan. That's part of it.
That's one of it. The other part is that there's a sort of use it or lose it sort of scenario, like kind of in America, but
I
not
watched.
really.
Did you watch the Moon Channel video on that? Because I watched a video about why Nintendo's so overprotective, and they've pointed out that they almost lost the rights to their own name because the word Nintendo became so ubiquitous for being used for every game console back in the NES era that Nintendo had to do a campaign to get people to call them game consoles and not a Nintendo. Like people would call them
I haven't seen it. However, it's very similar to a lot of other stuff.
And Nintendo also the famous legal battle of Universal, where Universal tried to sue them over Donkey Kong because it violated King Kong, and then apparently Universal had fallen to like the use it or lose it thing, basically. So the King Kong word was in public domain, so Nintendo did nothing by violating that. So it was more of a learning from your enemies thing.
It's one of the reasons why Disney is so litigious against like
And
anybody doing any drawing likenesses.
And it has happened throughout history. Like aspirin was a brand name, and they lost the rights to that, so now all the pills are called aspirin. Velcro was like that.
I feel like when you see people like getting angry over like fair use and copyright, I feel like the average person like doesn't understand like what fair use really is and what copyright really is.
Yeah.
I feel like they think they know, but I just especially when it comes to fair use, it's very people like think that like like a 1 clip or like a 5-second clip is fair use, and in most cases it's like it's not. Like it's really hard. It's really hard to claim that.
And a lot of it is, and I will say Nintendo still is not the good guy in this. They still overreact quite a bit. They're like the people who they're like the people who would see a bunch of ants in their house and be like, all right, I'm getting my gun and shooting them.
Well, to be fair, I would too.
That's their approach to it, and that's not necessarily a good one.
I
but
mean,
I will say it is a little more nuanced. But
have you seen A Bug's Life? I mean, they exactly got like that. Like,
I've seen A Bug's Life. I'm not scared of ants. It's the grasshoppers you got to worry about.
If one of them stands up to us, then all of them will. And they outnumber us.
Well, that's why you don't kill the ants with the gun.
Go Luigi! Wait, that's a different thing.
From Mario and Luigi, right? I remember that meme when all that came out, like just a picture of
Luigi.
Just like a picture of Diddy Kong and Luigi, and it's just like this has been a rough year for Nintendo's marketing team.
No, that was actually a good year.
Also, Diddy Kong was confirmed in the trailer. We saw him and Dixie Kong like riding an animal at some point in the background. I didn't notice that when I first streamed it, but I went back and rewatched it, and someone pointed it out.
It's a shame they haven't really updated Dixie. I feel like she needed a more update, but they kind of kept her the same with that. Like,
I mean, she was in Tropical Freeze. Oh, do you mean like visual design?
Yeah, the same. I'm like, look at like Tiny Kong. She's changed a lot since the 64, and like Dixie just seems the same.
Has Dixie ever been in her goth phase? No.
To be fair, Tiny Kong's basically changed to become Gooner bait, so I don't know if that's a positive change. I played Mario Super.
I do not know what you're talking about. Hold on, Tiny Kong.
I did not know we were equipping relics.
We're equipping relics!
Oh, son of a gun.
This is to get those 3 relics for you.
Is that what we're doing? I've been so distracted talking. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Just get yourself a relic immediately. You have 3.
There's 600.
Okay, I have equipped a relic.
Excellent.
Okay.
There's 600 results of Tiny Kong on E621 right now. Let's see, Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong is actually pretty close, but still over with 660
Dixie Kong's also
results.
a lot more well-known of a character, so it would not surprise me for that alone.
It's not different in terms of results.
Because Tiny Kong was only playable in 64. Was only playable in mainline games, and DK64, which is considered the black sheep of the.
Wait, why does this version of Dixie look like Pacifica from Gravity Falls?
That's what most of them look like.
Okay.
But yeah, but Dixie Kong was playable in a more recent game, so she probably has more results based on that alone.
But it's only like 20 fucking pictures. It's not that much.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to integrate old Donkey. I'm interested to see how they're going to integrate classic Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Country into Bonanza, because I think a lot of people were originally worried that they were just going to ignore Donkey Kong Country entirely, but with Cranky Kong there and a bunch of others, it seems like they're still going to be, like, Rambi's there, Diddy and Dixie are there, so...
Oh, Tiny Kong is picking in this one, Jesus Christ.
They showed a little bit of those 2D levels, but I feel like they didn't show like enough of them, but they look really good.
Yeah, the 2D levels look very...
to a horse. That's not a monkey's, that's a horse.
Coma, could you please stop looking at Rule 34 while we're trying to play Warframe? I try to at least keep the illusion of family friendly on my channel.
Yeah, but I get distracted.
I do too, I won't lie. If I wasn't doing anything, I probably would do the same.
I try to aim for at least... I try to aim for at least PG-13 rating when I stream.
Well, we are playing Warframe, and that's not PG-13.
Well, no, but...
I'm looking at a fight.
Fair enough.
I try to admit... I say that, and then I make the Valhalla streams, and good lord, those games are not PG-13. I love that game, but it is not PG-13.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely that, you know...
I've been playing...
I'm still wondering if I'm going
Atomic Heart, where the fucking refrigerator keeps making come-ons to me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that, because it's a refrigerator. Also because it tried to strangle me before.
I'm still trying... Atomic Heart.
Atomic Heart.
Oh, Atomic Heart.
Which is Russian Bioshock.
I forgot it was Russian Bioshock. I remembered you were playing it, I
had always heard it was like... if the Nier Automata devs tried to make a Bioshock game. That's how I heard it described.
No. No. Nier Automata is very different.
Nier Automata is a different play style.
To be fair, I think that might be the only comparison because they both had robots. That might be the only reason they made that comparison.
No 2B yet. I think the only 2B like thing is the twins in that one, and that's just they're kind of mini bosses, and that's it. I think.
Honestly, from what I've seen, Stellar Blade I think is the better comparison to Nier Automata.
I need to play that demo.
I've heard Stellar Blade, if you get past like all the stupid political crap when you get past it, it's basically just Diet Nier Automata in a lot of ways.
I have never even heard of Stellar Blade, so...
Probably for the best.
No, you're gonna love this, because they,
Not because the game is bad, but because the, gaming culture surrounding it is bad.
They put a lot of effort into the physics of that game, and I mean, like, a lot. Like, the very small details.
Yeah.
Are you talking about, like, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball type?
We're talking about
sort of.
Like you've been on VR chat, right?
I've been on VR chat.
They have those models that are like have all like the physics, like every like
the ones you choose,
right? Yeah, the ones I choose. That's that game. Like everything wiggles in that game. The physics in that game are insane.
Oh. I need more formal.
I still need to decide if I'm going to do the daily Valhalla streams again on YouTube like I did for 2024. Or I just went through, because every in-game day in that game is set from like early December to New Year's Day. And I had an upload every single day of me playing through the matching day in the game. I titled it Daily Jam Plays Daily Valhalla 2024. I don't know if I'm going to do a 2025 or not. I pre-recorded it all, but it was
another relic.
I pre-recorded it all, but it took like 21-hour missions and everything.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee it's gonna be that type of relic.
How did I not equip a relic? Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna shoot both of you with my Akuva
I pressed yes! I pressed yes!
When Atlas gets angry, he's the best.
I pressed yes! And they didn't accept it!
For me,
We're doing this different
I
next time.
I don't have any more relics.
I mean, I can grind for these
That's
off
fine,
stream if you guys are growing impatient. Like,
Why
the
not?
defend
I
missions
just-
are not that difficult. I can do them on my own if need be.
I'm doing this to give you the relic time granted.
He's doing it all for you.
Yeah. Just a guy. I'm doing my best. My stream crashed in the middle, actually. Fun fact.
No.
Oh no.
I keep looking at my stream nervously
It
because
fixed
I'm
itself, so like.
I keep doing check to make sure the picture is moving. Because I had that crash one time when I was playing Warframe that one time, and the picture stopped working, and it corrupted the
Yeah,
VOD
that's-
too.
That wasn't the issue. It was, I think, either OBS or overuse of internet in my house.
Yeah, because I've been terrified that that's gonna happen again on this stream. I keep looking at my stream and just making sure, like, you guys can still see it, right? Like, nothing's frozen. Because it did
No,
that
I
for an
feel
hour one time, and I never noticed.
That's why I want to set up stream alerts so that I have like a funny button of, hey, it fucking broke.
Oh, there's
I
one
need
more
to make
thing
like
I
an
wanted-
edit of like, oh no, our table, it's broken,
Oh,
so that they could like
broken.
ping whenever like something breaks on stream, so chat can tell me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want.
There's one more thing I thought about that Donkey Kong game, and that's that like 3D model thing that they have as a mini game.
I think that was just them homaging the Mario 64 face.
I get it, but at the same time, I'm just thinking like, what were they thinking? Yeah, I mean,
Nintendo will do all sorts of side stuff like that solely because they're
I'm
bored.
More of the thing of is that like, you know, it looks fun and cool and all, but like, you know, the minute someone gets it, they're gonna make it. That's you know, that's
Yes,
gonna.
Nintendo will add
That's
little
normal human
superfluous stuff like that all the time, like how they added an entire deck building minigame in Splatoon 3, even though it has no importance to anything.
All I'm saying is,
Like they have a deck building minigame in Splatoon.
They have a deck building card battle
Oh.
game in Splatoon
all
3,
I'm
like
gonna
as a
say is
sub
that
game.
I feel like
The-
they're gonna regret.
It's
adding that.
jokingly referred to as Squid Gwent in the Splatoon community, but it plays nothing like Gwent. It's like a tabletop game where you have to deck build and stuff.
I'm just reminded of now they're trying to do everything in Marvel Rivals. They're trying to put emotes in for some reason, and you gotta buy those emote collections. It's like what?
That's the
Stop
thing,
trying to
though.
be
That's the
everything.
only side mode they added. That's like the only the only side thing they really added to Splatoon 3. It was just this random little thing. And it was in there at launch. It's not like they keep. It's not like Splatoon isn't like where they keep just adding a bunch of random
My
modes in
favorite
post.
thing about Splatoon is when Japanese streamers color code, do color keys, and when they stream it, and they basically force adult content on another stream. And so two streamers go together, and if the other team is losing, more and more their screen gets covered, so it gets replaced green screen with bannable content.
Oh gosh.
That is high stakes. That is Russian
Given that the
roulette.
Splatoon community is known for being rather young, that does not surprise me. I'm one of the. I always joke I'm one of the lucky few Splatoon players who is not a 12-year-old and straight. That is very rare.
Yeah.
Splatoon is like the very LGBT Nintendo game franchise.
Yeah. Lasers be upon ye.
Oh, also, Red, did you see Donkey Kong Amiibo?
I did.
Oh,
I remember that
I am
part,
in love
but
with that Amiibo. It is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I need it.
Great, and I like the idea of it. The only disappointment I see is the like they briefly mentioned you can use your other amiibos to get like colored rocks, and that was like cool, I guess.
No, amiibos are always used for lame crap in Nintendo games. It's basically a glorified
That's normal,
collector's
that's
item at
normal
this
Nintendo.
point.
But no, the amiibo looks great.
Yeah, it looks so derpy. It's like, I don't want to pre-order the game, but I may pre-order the amiibo. That's where my headspace is at right now.
Valid. Alright. Oh, my brain soup.
How long do you guys want to keep going on this?
How long have we been running?
Almost 2 hours.
It's fucking 8 o'clock.
Oh,
8 o'clock. It's 7 here.
Oh, I meant like the defense mode, but yeah, in the stream in general too.
It's up to you guys.
I think it's a
I'm
good
getting
note to
hungry.
end on.
We could do
I'm getting hungry.
we could do one more mission
Yeah.
and then wrap it up, maybe.
Yeah, we can do one more quick mission.
Yeah.
Jam gets to choose the mission.
All right. The first mission. We'll do it in 5 seconds.
Okay.
1, 2.
Is there anything you need to get off your bucket
Uh,
list for this game, Red?
Too much. You go. You.
Like what?
I have got like all of Sedan or that one. How do you say it? Am I saying it
Sedna?
right?
Then
We could do a quick.
Hold on a
Sedna one.
second.
No, that one's rescue. I don't know if I want that one. Or we could go to the Kuva fortress. No.
Sorry, my dad came to say hi to me. I love him. He's my favorite dad.
I would hope so.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Imagine telling your dad, "Sorry, I found this."
Nah, he's too cool for that.
Sorry, sorry, Dad. You got to earn that #1 dad mug.
He can skateboard and
I
play
am still
music.
open to
He's
a
just
sugar
too
daddy if
cool.
anyone would like to join. If anyone would like to apply for the position.
Of course.
Who would like to do a Kuva?
This is why I just say I tell everyone who doesn't have a cool dad. You share my cool dad. My dad's cool.
We love cool dads.
We love
Please
cool
join
dad.
the Big Brothers and Big Sisters Club. Everyone, if you want to support people in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You should check if you have one.
yeah, check if you have one. It's like stray cats, except, you know, they're humans.
Yeah.
The Exilus
Wait,
Warf. What is the Exilus Warframe adapter? Out of curiosity.
It is used to give you. So if you go
Just
to your
one extra
Warframe,
slot, that's it.
it's an extra slot.
Yeah.
But only specifically Exilus mods, which are generally quality of life mods, I'd say.
Where would you get such a?
They just pop up now and then.
Okay.
The Exilus adapter is from Samaris. If you want to talk to him, generally don't talk to him because he's creepy.
We don't like him. I don't like him.
Okay.
Hunter,
just a
I want you to
bastard.
take more pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's got the J. Jonah Jameson going on, but like also Samaris. I'm busy. Where are we going?
Hunter, these are completely ethical experiments I'm running.
What is this one?
You know they're
Hunter, they
ethical.
don't remember a thing
You-
after I do everything to them.
You know they're ethical because I have to say that they're ethical.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how you know.
That's how you know.
Okay, let me look.
I love Caliban's split in half design. It's just my
Hunter.
favorite.
Hunter, I have a new assistant. His name is Werner von Braun.
Oh,
Oh,
no! Oh no!
How did you get him? We are
always go-
several billion years in the future. What did
He
you
was
do?
frozen. He was frozen with this guy named Walt Disney.
Oh no.
always go to
That-
the fortress.
We're in a compromising position, and how I blackmailed them, and that's how I got him to work for me.
Do you want to do
Something else.
Stribog on the Void?
We can do Streetbook.
Gesundheit?
That's a Sabo. Yeah, Sabo's easy.
Strabog sounds like a Russian
Strabog.
gremlin.
Like a what?
Yeah, that sounds
Like a
like a ghost
Russian
story
gremlin.
that Russian parents would tell your children. Now don't go wandering into the woods or the Strabog will get you.
Yeah.
I mean, there are Strigoi.
Like it's like one of those really depressing like European fairy tales. Like everyone dies. The moral of the story is death is coming for us all. The end.
Well, I mean, one of the good fairy godmothers in
Strabog
Russian
is actually a Slavic god of the wind.
Okay. Yeah, so he's one of the okay gods. Great. He's not the insane grandma that might eat you or might help you. It
Intruders
doesn't
are
matter.
forcing open this
Yeah.
location.
He's
It's
just
the
the
same
wind.
grandma.
You are here to stop them. My intel suggests there are rich enemies.
Get in the elevator,
but I
boys.
am unable to pinpoint.
Get
their
in my
exact
chicken
location.
house, or
Search
else.
them
But
out
do
with
not
your
ask me any
unusual
questions, or I will
actress.
age a year, and I will get pissed.
Oh yeah, Baba Yaga.
Why do you age a year? You just watching giants.
Have you ever had a kid ask you a question every now and then you feel yourself
Yep.
physically age?
Yes.
I think that's basically where it came from.
The enemy
But
are
yeah,
using
she
a void
physically
key
ages
to
1 year
report
every time you ask her a question.
device.
So
Force
whenever you
open
talk
the
to her, you have to
destroy
phrase
the key
everything as a
and the
statement.
device.
No, you see, I would ask her questions. She would piss me off, and then I'd just go full toddler mode. Why are you mad
She
that I'm
will-
asking you questions?
Look, you do not want to piss off Baba Yaga.
Yeah, she will kill you.
The portal only
She will
allows
skin you
travel in one
alive.
direction. Start up
This
the
is
portal
correct.
generators to reverse the
She-
polarity.
Being flayed alive, it's not fun.
She has a fence made out of human femurs. Her torch posts are made of skulls. She'll give you a skull to light the way, but whatever.
That
But she
skull
needs a
will protect
replacement every once in a while.
You gotta hope you're not the replacement.
Like, it's a coin toss of whether or not she'll be nice to you on general terms.
Stay focused. There's a heavy
Even then,
unit
you gotta
approaching.
play it safe. One time I heard they named this guy John Wick after her. We don't know why.
I finally watched the first John Wick movie.
I don't want to watch them.
It's not
John
a lot
Wick
of.
is-
It's not a lot of
John-
story, really. Or at least the
John Wick
first
is
one wasn't.
basically is kind of like Vampire the Masquerade, but without the vampires. That's how that's the world setup. If you
I
just
like it.
replace the term vampire with assassin, that's
I do hope that the sequels kind of establish more of the world, because, like, this assassin society, we barely saw any of it. It's just, like... I'm
I
more
like to
interested
think
in
of it
learning how
as
that
we're
works.
watching Keanu Reeves just be.
Yeah, and I think the directors were former stunt choreographer guys, and I think they just said the stories are purposely simple because it's just an excuse for them to add cool action scenes.
Yeah, they
Well-
want to do cool stuff.
John Wick 2 had more world building, I guess, when it came to the assassin shit, but it didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. I figure that they're turn your brain off movies anyways, so...
Yeah.
But they've taken the void
Like,
key.
like I remember one scene in John Wick 2. It was John Wick and someone else, and they were just walking in an airport, and they were shooting each other with silenced pistols, and no one was noticing. Pew, pew, and they were just hiding them under their coats. Pew.
Like, no one would notice that.
Right.
Like, silencers does not mean completely mute, it just means less loud.
It just means you won't break your eardrums. I mean, actually, you still will.
Yeah, nobody's wearing hearing protection in any of these movies with guns.
Any of them.
I like how that's actually a plot point in the Hawkeye show. On Disney Plus, is that a plot point is that Hawkeye has actually gone partially deaf just from being around so many explosions over the years that he has to use hearing aids now.
Cool.
As the original Hawkeye did, because the original Hawkeye is deaf, I believe.
No, yeah, but it's not like he was deaf from the start. No, like they established. No, he just did so much Avengers crap and heard so many explosions that he just went deaf.
I mean,
Oh no,
he
I
did
mean
partially
the,
deaf.
the Hawkeye in the comics.
Oh, okay. So they actually drew that from... I will say, weirdly, that Hawkeye show on Disney Plus, I don't know if any of you saw it, I actually think it might be the best Disney Plus show. that the MCU did, just because of how purposefully simple it was. It just felt like a regular like heist thing. It was Christmas themed. It was just Hawkeye and Kate Bishop stopping a bunch of criminals. It was actually like, I like it when Marvel gets like the simpler stuff with the lower stakes. I don't like the planets and multiverse stuff. It's kind of why I also like the.
It's getting a bit boring.
It's also kind of why I like the first two Ant-Mans quite a bit, because they're very simple too. It's just heist movie stuff.
Yeah, they got that size foo going on.
It's one of the reasons Winter Soldier is pretty good.
I think it's why I like.
Good over there, Jim?
Original Deadpool was pretty good too.
Yeah. I mean, even like most Deadpools, the fate of the world is not as much at stake, or if it is, they kind of hand wave it. Yeah,
I mean, hell, the only time that was actually a problem was in Deadpool 3, and that was because he wanted it. Because he was like, I'm not an Avenger, I'm sad. Why can't I be important in the fate of the universe? It's like, you're fucking Deadpool, why the fuck would anyone want you?
Like, I die in Thor's arms? Are we friends?
Ah.
Also, like, let Deadpool die in Thor's arms at least once. Let him have his dreams.
Stay focused.
I do love
There's a heavy
some of the
wind
bullshit that Deadpool goes through in the comics, because he does become Thor in one of them.
Okay.
Mission complete.
Yeah, he gets the hammer.
Nice.
Yeah,
I don't know why he gets the hammer, but whatever.
for fun.
Okay.
For fun. For ha 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 ha.
So he can pick it up. Whoever. I mean, not even Hulk can do it. So I guess he has more of a pure heart than Hulk.
Alice was really quick to that. For fun.
You don't have to have a pure
Just
heart,
for
you
fun.
just have to be worthy.
Worthy,
Which
okay,
it opens even more implications. What makes Deadpool worthy but not the Hulk?
Well, if we're talking about the Hulk just angry.
Well, if we're talking about the comics Hulk, I mean, that was...
The Hulk,
I think that was
I feel like would just lift the ground around the hammer and carry that around.
I think that was the parental abuse thing.
It's like that one joke. It's like that one joke in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, where Jack Horner gets like the King Arthur sword, but he couldn't get it out of the stone, so he just dug up the stone around it and is just carrying the sword of the stone on the end of it. Like, look at this sword! Like, unfortunately, I couldn't get this thing off, but it's still pretty cool, right?
Mhm.
Gosh, I need to rewatch The Last Wish again.
I need to actually watch it.
It was a great movie, and the best part is you don't need to remember if you're like me and you don't remember crap about Shrek, you don't need to. And honestly,
Yeah,
it's
just...
better than... Honestly, as someone who saw the first Puss in Boots, it is way better than that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely recommend giving The Last Wish a try. It's the best movie adaptation of Metal Gear Rising that I've ever seen. People like actually brought up there's like a lot of direct comparisons you can make between the two.
I mean, fair.
Sorry. I
I always forget how the Void looks like outside the spaceship.
Doesn't really look like Void, does it?
It looks like soup and angels.
It looks like someone's like making a bunch of Quicksilver art.
It looks like those one
Oh,
like
look, there's my Railjack.
you know like
Hello, Railjack.
you know like the weird magic telescopes you would get as a kid, where if you rotate the thing, the gems and mirrors would move and create different symbols and
Kaleidoscopes.
stuff. Yeah, kaleidoscopes. That's kind of what it looks like.
Well, that's a Void. Yeah.
It's got the funny ha-ha going on. It
As
looks
a
like bones.
As a side, while we can still talk about Warframe while it's relevant, am I the only one who wants to crush Ortis? Like, I'm just vibing in my ship and he just says stupid sequiturs.
You can
It's
disable
okay.
him if you want. It's
He's
lonely without him.
Oh, you
a
can
goofy
turn him
little
off.
guy.
Yeah, you can.
I found out
I
the
love
operator. Coma, you told me the
can-
operator could talk. I immediately turned that crap
Yeah,
off.
you
Like,
can, I
no.
think you can turn the operator off, Ortis off. I even think you can turn off the Lotus.
The less I have to acknowledge that the operator is a thing that exists, the happier I will be playing this game. I just like to imagine I'm a cool faceless robot that has no bearing into the plot whatsoever. He just showed up and started killing things.
Like I do like the operator, but at the same time, like I guess, and this might be a hot take, but like I feel like it kind of takes away, like when it's like every single mission you hear them, it kind of takes away that kind of like.
Yeah, I feel like it, and I feel like it
would.
would be cooler if we never saw their face.
Mhm.
Like it was
Well-
always left as a, like if they were always just in that suit.
There is. Ooh, there for a while there was a different there was an event that you could get an operator suit that made it look like partially infested. That looked very cool.
Hmm.
That I still have every now and then. And that's actually a lot. That might be more acceptable for you.
Yeah, you just make an infested creature.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
The infestation controls your Warframe.
Yeah.
Which,
I thought
honestly,
you guys
plot-wise,
would be-
fascinating idea.
Yeah.
Sentient hive mind controls its sentient frames.
The good thing is these hive minds can be separated, so that's good. There's different strains of them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the general infestation, which is kind of a dick.
Deimos infestation.
The Deimos infestation is actually 2 infestations.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
then
what do you
there's the
mean?
Helminth strain. The Helminth strain is the friendly one.
Yeah, Helminth's the one that will give you a pat on the head.
Yes. I
Hi,
mean,
Helminth.
it calls your operator a demon, but
But I think that's
Yeah,
said with
semantics.
affection. Everything can be affectionate as long as you interpret it as such.
Words to live by.
Exactly. Alright. You said that was going to be the end for today?
Yeah, unless you guys want to go, but you guys were talking about wrapping up, so.
Oh yeah, I'm hungry. It's food time.
yeah,
Yes.
it's food time.
That's the
I'm a
only
statue,
problem of
but I still need
scheduling
to
my
eat.
streams when I do. I always miss dinner. So I either eat dinner really early or really late, so.
Especially if I smell
Mhm.
bacon.
Do you
This
smell
is why
bacon?
I do my streams at
I
like
smell bacon.
3 mine time. Because then I can eat lunch.
Yeah, but
and
you
stream
also
for-
have the advantage of, like, free your time is, like, prime time for the East Coast to stream.
I do have a free, just open day anyway.
Yeah,
So yeah, I do have that kind of flexibility.
yeah. I mean, I do too, I just don't like playing in the morning.
The only weakness is that I choose
You
to
would
I
rate
choose
it.
to
I
stream
was
at
gonna
times
rate it,
where
please.
most people
Well,
are
you can
asleep.
too.
We can all rate a fleece.
Thank
We'll
you
do,
for
we'll do a
being
giant
here,
group
chat.
raid.
Yeah, thank you
Group
for
raid.
inviting
We'll
me.
get a
Includes
fleece.
news,
We
jam.
love him. We love him.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and
Playing
wrap up.
Dragon Quest.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up stream
Yeah.
on my end. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
You
Yeah.
go wrap
Okay.
up. We'll see you, Jam.
Alrighty.
Bye, guys.
Come on, Jam.
Bye,
Let's go
Jam.
get to a fleece.
Alright. Well, I was joking about it earlier, but in all honesty, it really does feel sometimes like it's just a podcast with Warframe gameplay in the background. I don't even know if I accomplished anything of significance in Warframe this time. It's just like, the cozy vibes and all that, so. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a pleasure streaming for you today. If you want updates on when I'm next live, please check the Discord. If you want archives for all my streams, please check the YouTube channel. Both are linked in the channel description, or you can type in exclamation point Discord and exclamation point YouTube respectively. Now, next week, so it may be a while before I see you again. But trust me, I do have in mind the next long playthrough that we are going to do, so, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It will definitely have to be a really long one, though. Like, we're talking Final Fantasy VII length here. But yeah, looking forward to that. But anyways, Apuis is doing some Throwback Thursday. Go say hey to him. I will see you guys next time. Until then, take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.